enemies, lovers, friends. When I began this stream, whenever that was, I had a simple goal in mind, to play video games for fun and to make friends online. But over the past few months, a new goal has been attained. Join me, where tonight we bring an end to the game known as HAYDEE, and maybe attain a modicum of peace, a quantum of peace, one might say, if one was weird. I will begin... thank you. By thanking Alfred Dorr, who just subscribed, and that's very nice of them. And there's my face fading over my face. Thank you very much, Alfred. I'd really carefully prepared a thing to say, and someone subbed them. Oh my god, Alfred. As far as I can tell, based on what I've seen of the HAYDEE speedrun, we've already beaten the game because the speedrun doesn't do the good ending, so we're going to go for the good ending and see how quickly it takes us. I'm joined today by Eric, Taxon, and Shauno, who are in the stream voice chat that I haven't joined yet because I wanted to do this intro. So, let's go!
Hello.
Hi.
I made it.
Yes!
How do I sound?
You sound great. Oh my god. How are you?
I am wonderful.
Thank you, Syndegra, for subbing. That's very nice of you. Open the pinned in the pinned messages in the stream chat. There's a Streamlab link, and if you open if you open that, it's good. Someone called you Eric Dachshund, which is a kind of dog, which is fitting given your avatar.
I thought it's Toxin, isn't it?
Taxon. I don't know. How do you pronounce your made-up name?
Taxon, but the dog breed is Dachshund.
Dachshund. Oh, I thought it was Dachshund or something like that, or German. I've thought very hard about this, and I think we need to change the name of the dogs by official decree. And launcher HAYDEE. There we go. It
Of course, like there's no official pronunciation of Texon as far as I can tell, because it's not my word. It's a K.A. Applegate word.
Thank you, level 5 Papermancer.
It's the
Dashhound, says Justamanco. It's pronounced Wiener Doggo, says Pontius Designs Games.
Hello, by the way.
Hello, Sean.
Oh, there she is. HAYDEE, lovely. Excellent. Loved your speech, by the way. It was great.
Thank you. I spent 4 minutes in the bathroom preparing it. This is Eric, by the way. Eric is a person on the internet who likes your videos and thinks you're really cool.
I do.
Hello, Eric. It's very nice to meet you.
Yes.
So, I have some explaining to do actually before the stream begins.
About the cheating you did.
Shh. But before that, even I have to come clean and admit I did some off-screen work. I ran around. Hey. I ran around deciding to pick up all the ammo I could before we went into the end game. So that's the save more ammo. And then I discovered that something that we had to fix later, hence the next save entitled Jesus Christ 30 minutes later. And this is where we'll be continuing from. Sorry, you can continue now.
You cheated.
Oh, you were making friends, and I... Oh.
Thank you.
Pin tweets. Check the pin tweets for Streamlabs. Thank you, Missaurus. It's not cheating. It's not cheating if you hack the game to make it work. It's only cheating if it's wrong.
Well, from how you described it, you just forgot to do something earlier in the game, and then you cheated to undo it so that you could finish the game.
Yes, but I will explain why later in a second. So, As many of you will know, HAYDEE is a video game in which you awaken in a the way ages ago in the game we found a room that had a bunch of mines in it and corpses and a door that required an orange keycard, and then way later on you find an orange keycard, but there's also the only way out is by using it in a door. Oh my god, Aislinn!
Wow.
Oh no!
If you beat this game, the money will flow with so much gold. You will be a somewhat more wealthy man.
So like, I'm just gonna let you explain all this, and then
Yeah.
like I'll have my introduction with Sean after all this is done.
Yes, I'll introduce you to Sean after this. Oh god.
Eric, just do what I did and or quickly
Wow,
talk about
hearts.
what your stand would be.
Yeah.
Also, hi Bomb, I hope you had a good weekend and I
Thank
loved
you.
your newest video and can't wait for the Lovecraft video.
Lovecraft video is good. I read the script.
Oh nice. Yeah, I forgot about that. I made all my friends read it because I'm so anxious. Thank you.
It's good. It's good.
So there's a door, like basically there's a thing where you finally find an orange key card, but you need it to get out, and it's a trick. And then way later at the end, you find an orange key card, and that's the key card that you use to get the bad ending. But you can run all the way back here, and that's where I assume the good ending is. Please introduce each other. I'll just run around.
Introduce each other. Okay, this is Eric Taxon, everyone. Yeah, a musician, I'm led to believe.
Yes, I am H.Bum's personal music man.
Wow.
Oh, someone says I'm too loud.
Oh yeah. Turn yourself down a little bit. Oh,
Yes, I know how to do that.
thank you, Toxic Banana Party, for taking part in the bidding war to be the most cheerful person. Are you a bit quiet now? You're way too quiet now.
No, you're barely audible. Surely you could
How about
adjust
now?
the levels.
Oh, I could.
That's okay.
I could, yeah, but I can't be bothered.
Okay, is this better?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds good to me, but I have my own settings.
Yeah, same.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it here, and if it's
I think that's good. I think that sounds good.
thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Nozzy.
Nozzy. So,
I played some Night in the Woods in preparation for H.Bum's video. I finished part 2.
Titty robot, I can feel my brain leaking out of my ears.
My favorite character is Agnes. I feel like if I was in this universe, I would be him. I identify strongly with Agnes.
Agnes.
Is that his name? I forget.
Angus?
The bear. The bear.
Angus.
The gay bear.
Angus the bear.
Angus.
Aw. So, we're coming up on the thing that okay, so, in order to access the end game in HAYDEE, you have to, like, to beat this area, you have to, like, activate the elevator and shove it around, and then you get all the way over to, you climb on top of some stuff and get this thing and come out, you know, we all saw that. But if you leave the area without putting the elevator back where it needs to go, it's impossible to get to the end. And I could not be bothered to replay all this bloody game again while moving an elevator back. So instead, I found a hack that lets you jump infinitely high, jumped up the elevator shaft and moved the elevator back down. And I refuse to accept that disqualifies me.
I will let you off with that. This time, however, you are going to be replaying this to speedrun it in the future, aren't you? And you will do it properly then.
Quite possibly, yes. If I can be bothered to speedrun this game, which I still think I should do out of spite, but also maybe won't. Oh, it's a heart.
Oh,
Thank you, Flurmorpho.
What if your ginger were your
Bunnies.
inventory bags and they got lumpier the more full it was?
Oh my god. What if you're gingerly? For you, was it
Oh,
bunnies?
it said kitchen on my end.
I like that it just replaces
you
it with a
fucker. Yeah. Okay.
gingerly.
So H-Bum, will will there be a HAYDEE reference in this game that you're working on? Will HAYDEE be a monster?
There probably should be at some point. I don't know. So, the end game so far appears to be more Hades, and okay, hold on a sec. Yeah, fucking called it. Someone's gonna drop in on us as we... Yeah, hold on. Yep! Okay. Now what? Jesus, what? I heard that. Wait, no, the door locked. There wasn't any...
I love being on a delay, it's great.
Nothing spawned, it just locked the door in front of me for no oh, hang on a sec.
We can't hear the sound as well,
Yeah.
so it's just his voice.
Okay. Something is going to spawn on some side of me when I take a couple more steps. I can feel it in my fucking bones. And
You can feel it in your gingerlies.
I heard that. Thank you, directional sound in games. Okay, I think that's it. Oh fuck! There's like 8,000 HAYDEE corpses in this room.
HAYDEE is quite sexy, isn't she?
Oh, have you noticed that?
I've just noticed. Yeah.
I can't say I agree. I think I'd like if I was straight, I'd be constantly distracted by the lack of a face, honestly. Like that's just creepy, and also like the weird combination of these fleshy legs combined with the head.
I don't know, when you put the cool fetish helmet on that lets us see in the dark, it's got 3 eyes, and that's the hottest thing in the world. Like, you know, if you ever played Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, like me, you would have been hard the entire time.
But like,
oh gosh,
it led me to come up again. Inscrutable headcanon. Oh, there's a donation.
Yes.
Hi, Sean.
We don't normally get
Hi,
donations
H-Bomb.
this often.
Hi, other person. I was just in the mood for some Tibby Bo Dibbies.
thanks,
Thank
Pink.
you. Thank you, Symbolic. Thank you. Feel free to... I would say feel free to finish your thought, but I guarantee pressing this button will spawn enemies in every corner of the room or something bullshit, so I'm gonna have to take control of the stream to be mad.
But that's the
Okay.
the biology of it. The head is robotic, and the body is artificially grown. It's a clone body being driven by the head.
So H-Bomb, as someone who's played a lot of this game now, probably more than most people in the world, if I had to guess, what is the story?
HAYDEE is pissed and she's gonna kill. Holy shit!
So am I asking us about time?
There appears to be a hallway just fucking full of enemies that aren't attacking me, and I'm gonna run away from.
Oh, nice! It's like
Oh,
the bit with the turret at the end of Portal.
Oh yeah, only there's just a bunch of corpses in this room, and there's there's another HAYDEE. Holy shit! Oh
Two
my god!
Hades.
Look
Lore.
at that! Oh my god, it's the evil HAYDEE.
Shooter.
I'm seeing double for Hades.
I'm going to shoot her in the beppos.
No,
Oh, there was blood.
you made a friend.
I blooded the beps. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Habes. But I need it to be over. Oh shit!
What's so shit? I can't see it.
Achievement unlocked, remastered. Oh no, I just unlocked the remastered version of the game.
Slightly shinier water edition.
Iteration
that-
AB168008. You get it? Boob.
Boob,
5
yeah.
back. Oh, press any key to continue. You've got to be kidding me. Is that actually it?
Wow.
Is that it? That's
What
the
did
ending.
you expect? What did you expect?
I thought that the bad ending was bad because it wasn't an ending. I didn't realize that the good ending is also a non-ending.
What did you think was gonna happen?
I thought I'd get like, you know, like a door would open and there'd be grass outside, and then a text crawl would explain what the fuck was happening in the game.
Okay, so Sean, hi, I'm Eric.
Hello there, Eric. I'm Sean.
I make music for H.Bum.
I'm so happy to be bringing these people together.
I make YouTube videos that are like H-Bums, but not as good.
Oh, they're
opposite.
different.
They're different and better.
Like I described to H.Bum, you have a delivery like a knife covered in honey. It's wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
It's,
Like to take that as a compliment.
Simultaneously pleasant and vicious. I love it.
You ever been stabbed by a honey knife? It hurts more.
That's what I aim for. So, well, this has been a bit of a short stream, hasn't it? Well, we've been on for about 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, thank you all for watching. However, once again, our inspirations, I just need to read these out again. Dark Souls. Thank you. Irate Gamer screen caps. Thank you for subbing. Big fan. Big fan of the screen caps of the Irate Gamer.
Okay.
Face it, breakfast is ruined.
Something is happening with my cats outside. Just a moment.
Sure thing.
Inspired by Mirror's Edge, Dark Souls,
The
Super
Witcher
Metroid,
3.
The Witcher 3.
How? Oh, God.
Headshot ratio, 32%.
You can tell because of all the voice acting in the open world. Inspired by The Witcher 3.
Yeah. So, there is a third ending. He rhymed dreams with dreams, says Yonishdev. Okay, come on. The third ending is you put a mine down between you and the other HAYDEE, and you both die. And just for the sake of getting the achievements, I'm gonna just do that one as well, real quick.
Yeah, you may as well.
While you folks chat about something more fun than this. How are the cats?
Okay. My cat was just getting in a scuffle outside.
Aw.
My mom sprayed him with a hose and got him apart.
Nice.
What are you doing now?
I'm gonna get the other ending.
Don't tread on me or my dreams again.
Hey, FMD.
But you have to make like you some sort of analysis, some sort of autopsy on this game. Like not even a serious lore analysis, just go in and say everything wrong with it. Because you deserve it.
HAYDEE sends. Yeah, I'll quickly speedrun the game and explain everything. No. How does the gas mask plus the night goggles? You can't wear them both at once. It's awful. Oh my god, Aislinn. Oh, my ears.
Wow, that was fast. The money will come when you less think of it.
You can't do a serious lore analysis of HAYDEE because then you'd have to make like a makeshift cosplay of HAYDEE.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. I do love the the gas mask and the night vision goggles do actually look super cool.
Aside, like putting aside why a robot needs to wear a gas mask.
How does HAYDEE type with boxing gloves on? By the way, you have to do that to power the room with the button in it. It took us like 50 years to understand what those wall icons mean. They power the floor that they're on, and also the elevator and stairwell can be powered separately. It's a big waste of time, and it's awful. I actually looked up a walkthrough to figure out how to get the elevator down, because I was like, how do I get this elevator down? And the walkthrough had a picture of HAYDEE standing at the bottom of the shaft, and just the words, "If this has happened in your game, you have made a grave mistake." Like, the walkthrough is basically, you've already ruined this. See you in hell.
That really sucks.
You made a grave mistake when you started playing HAYDEE.
Okay, now. Not all of us can be superheroes. So... See, this isn't scary anymore. Because I know which way it's going to go. And then that door opens, and you go away, and then it opens, yep. Like, this game is scary exactly once. I do like the door with the buttons on the other side there. That's kind of cute. Kind of cute, a review of HAYDEE. That wasn't that was came out wrong. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
So what are you're getting a different ending?
Yes, there's a different ending that you get if you place a mine.
A third one?
Yes, a third ending, which is basically if you kill yourself and HAYDEE, the other HAYDEE at the same time. It's very clever. I know, might be hard to get your head around. To be fair, you have to have an IQ of at least 100 to enjoy HAYDEE.
So it's going to fade out and say slightly different dialogue in the 5 lines of text you get for, quote, beating the game.
Yes.
Which is actually just
Fuck.
when the devs decided to stop.
The game appears to spawn the robots in precisely the right place for it to be the one that kills you, which is very clever, and not a huge piece of shit at all. Okay. I do like that, you can't hear it, but the main game theme, like the title screen theme, plays in the last 2 rooms. Which is quite cute. These robots, they respect me now, they love me.
What happens if you shoot one?
Sand.
Should we find out?
Well, you have to.
I'll quickly come back, and I want to get this ending first. Hold on. Oh, the mine didn't kill me.
Oh.
What?
I got the same ending.
What? How?
Maybe you need to just be on
You,
a
you
sliver
didn't
of
ha
health.
you had
Yeah,
too
I
much
need to
health?
myself. That's the first time a mine hasn't instantly killed me when I was standing on top of it.
Bulletproof game design.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm actually laughing right now. I'm not mad. You're mad.
Oh, you got me to do the falsetto laugh.
Cut my life into pieces.
Who made this? What company made HAYDEE?
HAYDEE Interactive Limited.
Oh, I was going to see what else they've made.
Do we know
with
anything
that
about the
name.
history of the development of this game?
No one knows anything. No, it's not known who designed HAYDEE. In the credits, the job of designing HAYDEE is accredited to a made-up intern. No one wants to take credit for designing HAYDEE.
Hang on, this came out in 2016.
Yes.
Oh, I thought this was new.
No. It's as old as
I
time.
mean, it's 2 years ago. It's not. I'd call that new. Like that's when like Zootopia came out. That's still
Zootopia? I still haven't seen
new.
Zootopia.
It's fine.
Or Zootropolis, as they called it here. Because
I mean,
for
it's
some reason-
probably the best of the new 3D Disney movies, which aren't that good collectively.
Aw.
Yeah, Zootopia is the best one, closely followed by Moana.
My favorite Disney movie is the one where it's live action and she's animated at the beginning and then goes to the real world. I think the animation in that is really spectacular. And I wish
Oh,
it
yeah,
had
that's a
been.
great
And
movie.
I like the design of the animation in that before they like, ha ha, it's not real there. And it's oh well, okay, well I guess. There we go.
And
That's my story. Carry
My,
on.
my favorite, all my favorite Disney movies are live action. Like Mary Poppins is easily the best one, just bar none.
Mary Poppins. I liked the one where I liked Saving Mr. Banks a lot. It made me cry.
Oh, I haven't
not-
seen that.
I'm a big
I haven't
idiot. I'm not ashamed to admit that I've been made to cry by the film whose whole thing is to like save the image of Mr. Walt Disney,
And
noted huge piece of shit.
like kids movies in general, like they have the capacity to be good. Like they rarely are.
That's my favorite closet insult. Is they have the capacity to be good.
Like I grew up on those Ghibli movies, which aren't overrated. Like some people will try to convince you that they are, but they're not.
No, I love those.
Kiki's Delivery Service is the best one, and it is the second best movie of all time.
What beats it?
2001: A Space Odyssey.
That's a eclectic number 1 and 2 you have.
No, that's my most normal opinion. Like who doesn't like 2001? Like come on.
I've met a lot of people who do not like 2001. Okay,
How?
I think we got it. Oh god, no! I have to take some damage, or I'll. Oh god. It's
Take
happening
off the
again.
boo bomber.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. That's a really good point.
I have nearly cried at the end of one movie, and it's very embarrassing which one it is.
Oh no.
I don't even know if I want to say.
The Foo Fighters presents An Evening with Kermit.
My
my
vague top 5 films.
Oh,
You beat it. You won.
What?
You don't have to hurt anymore. Also, according to the donation leaderboard, you donated $10 to yourself.
My top 5 films. Number 1 is 2001.
fuck.
Number two is Kiki's Delivery Service. Number 3 is Funny Games US. Number 4 is Tron.
Okay, that's weird.
And number 5 is Season 3, Episode 1 of Black Mirror.
now that's an eclectic top 5. Oh
HAYDEE
shit!
isn't dying, and I'm not sure why.
Should have been the title of this stream.
There's so many. Like, it turns out if you shoot one of them, you get stabbed to death by all of them. But I haven't taken any damage from them though, so I'm not really sure what's happening there.
This is the good ending.
Is the good? What? Hold on a second. Oh no, sorry. I'm trying to figure out what's happening. Why HAYDEE isn't dropping dead. I'm really curious about that.
Have you? Oh, you must have. When you were cheating, the big cheat you are. Maybe you enabled infinite health.
I definitely didn't. That's weird. Did me fucking up with the game to try and access the other ending make me immortal? Jesus.
No, this is the ending. You've become a god.
Now I can't get the other ending because I'm unable to die. This is embarrassing. Oh wow. This game,
your first mistake was like assuming that this game wasn't bad.
This game completely sucks, and I wouldn't have had to do that if it weren't for the
Eric,
game
you
being
are
bad.
wrong. The best Ghibli movie is Princess Mononoke.
Okay, Princess
Mononoke.
Mononoke is Princess Mononoke is very good. It's I need to rewatch all of them before I really decide my ranking, honestly. But it's up there.
More like Princess Money-esque. It's good.
All art is propaganda. Mr. Bionic shoot again.
Okay, the game is just busted. I've loaded a save from prior to me ever having to hack the game, and HAYDEE didn't take any damage. This game is piss.
It's the good ending.
I think the game is just really bad.
No.
I hate to break it to you. Hold on, I'm gonna start a new game. Let's quickly. I forgot that it played this thing at the beginning. I didn't realize that
Everything
was
is
the actual
art.
all you were gonna
If
get
you
of the plot.
if you perceive it as art.
Yeah, everything's art. If you Oh no.
I mean, someone says that they DM'd me.
Is this Stockholm
I
syndrome?
do not see any DMs. Sorry.
Yeah, the game just sucks.
Thank you, HAYDEE.
Thank you, HAYDEE. I very much appreciate you screaming the noise into my ears. You can't even check these corpses. They got really lazy. Oh, well, it's time to say goodbye to HAYDEE. God, fuck the game. Fuck this. It's so bad.
Oh my goodness, your stream announcement.
Oh, what was my stream announcement?
This.
Oh, did you see the tweet?
The tweet, yes. When I checked for DMs from the person who said that they'd sent me one, but they haven't.
The game has a level editor, so you can make more levels for HAYDEE.
Just you can make the good version.
I can make the good HAYDEE.
The fun never ends.
The fun will never end, thanks to HAYDEE.
Why are you still playing?
Okay, yeah, so HAYDEE just became unable to die for unknown reasons during the last thing, and I'm really not sure why.
I just saw on the stream you just died, or is that a demo?
I closed and reopened the game and hit new game, and just to see what would happen. And
now do it all in one take. Straight through from the start.
That's the only way of knowing I've earned it.
So, Sean,
yeah, now HAYDEE's invincible again.
I've heard you're lukewarm on music, like as a concept.
Yeah, I don't really get the appeal of music. It just sounds in an order.
Oh, that's it. That's
yeah.
You're right.
It's not for me. I've tried it.
Yeah, I'm not.
But I'll leave that to younger and more hip folks.
I think the jury is still out on music as a genre. I think it will die out eventually.
Yeah.
So now that's over forever. It's done. We've finished. If HAYDEE's over, so in the wake of HAYDEE, what games can we play?
Garfield.
Well, what could possibly come after HAYDEE?
If you want to discuss music while I play Garfield Kart, I feel like that's a success.
No, that's a fruitless pursuit discussing music with Sean.
Aww.
No, the truth is, I like having controversial music opinions because it's the time I get to annoy everyone. When it's fairly consequence-free, I can say I don't like music and get shouted at by everyone, and sometimes that's fun. I actually do like music.
Nothing compared to how much you get shouted at for saying the Undertale soundtrack is crap. Like, specific music is bad.
Who said Undertale soundtrack's bad?
Me.
Ooh, did you get a load of that, chat? Undertale has a bad soundtrack.
Like honestly, that's one of my favorite things. Like this chat, when it just explodes 30 seconds after I make a hot take, and it's like a laugh track in a sitcom. I love it.
I hate it. Why do I have you on these streams? Why are you
didn't
laughing?
actually open fucking Garfield Kart, did you? Oh my god.
No, I didn't. This is a dream, a collective nightmare. Garfield boosted for some reason at the start of the race. I'm not fully certain why.
So,
no.
my hottest opinion is yet to be dropped on this stream. I made a video about it.
I'm not talking to you. I was talking to Garfield. I'm sorry. I just realised how that sounded. Yeah, please share your hottest take.
Please.
I'm a copyright abolitionist. Don't think we need it.
Oh yeah. You haven't mentioned that on the stream yet. That's a good opinion though.
Please bomb. Kill HAYDEE. End this.
HAYDEE can't
Oh, this
die.
chat will agree with that all day. They won't agree with any slight upon Undertale though.
Yeah.
No, I've had a bit of backlash. Like when H-Bomb posted it on Twitter, I got the dislikes multiplied.
Wow.
But I hide my likes and dislikes, so no one knew.
Copyright is quite silly in a lot of ways. Like, at the very least, it's silly in the context of how it's been mutated specifically to serve the Disney Corporation. Oh wow, I'm in first place. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
And also, by the way, Undertale is a good game. Like, it's really good. My video, some people seem to take away that I hate it. When I don't. It's just like the more you.
What's that space off to the right on this track near the end of each lap?
It's a secret that I refuse to. Oh wow, yeah, that's kind of. I'm gonna replay this track just to find out what the secret is.
Copyright isn't useful. Everything should be public domain always.
I think it's useful to some extent. For example, when our overlords build the incredible mind future that will be where everyone has data, I can have my copyrighted works erased from the minds of my enemies because I own it, and it's not allowed in their heads. You think copyright's bad? Think again.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
I'm with you on that. I think things are made better when you're allowed to share things. You know, it's not like.
I mean, things are made better when sharing is mandatory.
Yeah. But it's to do with how your society treats ideas.
Like, I find myself like this is an opinion held by a lot of ANCAPs that like IP laws are bad, and of course, like I want to go to the extra mile. Like yeah, capitalism does not necessitate copyright, but also like we can get rid of capitalism too. Like,
oh my god, it's the puzzle.
Don't stop there.
We found a puzzle piece, guys. We're ready to solve the Garfield puzzle. Is everyone ready to die? When all the pieces are brought together, Nermal comes forth. Thanks to the rubber band AI, I am now capable of... Oh, it did the thing where someone cast the really shitty item that just means everyone has to stop driving for a while.
And another one, like some people are saying, like, what about profiting off another artist's work without crediting? What are you losing when someone does that? Like, you're I mean, you're not losing anything. They're just gaining money. Like, it's. Well, they're just too rude to promote you.
That's the bit that's piss. Like, you have to admit that it is a loss as well. That's the bit where I'm like...
The fact that... sorry, you go.
No, that was done.
Okay.
I was stalling.
Copyright being bad's one of those things, like, I need to know more about. Like, that needs to have additional things on it. Because it's like, I agree in, like, total principle, but in actuality, what it would be big corporations ripping off smaller artists and not paying them is what I see from it, like in our current setup.
Yes.
Of course, like, if you...
But that's off of art that you've already made. Like, I think... Like, art when it's already made is like actually just... It's worthless. It's an idea. Like, it's infinitely replicable.
But it's also a thing that you sell to survive. Like, imagine if Toby Fox sold one copy of Undertale, and then... and then that person sold their copy to everyone else.
Yeah, then more people would get to play Undertale.
No.
It's not like the only way to make money off of a piece of art is to like put a paywall around it. Like there's many different ways. Like one, like being paid to make art rather than to sell art.
Like, we've seen with Night in the Woods, we've seen big name artists ripping off its art style, to like for music videos and stuff. Like
Taylor Swift ripped it off for that promotional video. I remember seeing that.
Like, I get that you want your favorite hoodie supplier to be allowed to sell their Obama the Hedgehog merchandise without them being sued by Obama or the Hedgehog company. But but in practice, Sega will start selling hoodies that look a whole lot like, you know, your intellectual property.
So I just looked at the website
that's what,
of the
okay.
HAYDEE developers, and they put a trailer for a new
What?
game called HAYDEE Kart there. The
What?
playable races are HAYDEE, Slowbit, Fastbot, Dildy, and Hades Bottom.
Okay, I take it back.
No,
Copyright law is
well.
bullshit, because thanks to current copyright law, we could not legally make a HAYDEE cart and put it on Steam. Now I see it. Now I understand, Eric.
I mean, like copyright is just it's a poor, clumsy method to fit art into capitalism when art breaks capitalism and it doesn't make sense. Like, it shouldn't even be trying.
Oh god, the beeping when you're going the wrong way is really disconcerting. It's very much
We
your
can't
car's
hear
going
it.
to explode.
Fair use is fairly useless.
Hee hee.
It's I stole that from Nina Paley.
Nina Paley's right.
It's squishy and it's arbitrary, and it weakens itself every day when people just buy rights instead of claiming fair use just to be safe.
In the words of Garfield, Bonza, that's a spicy meatball.
I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be back in a tick.
And if that doesn't sound like Garfield, it will be when anyone can write for Garfield
And the first thing
and get away with it.
that everyone says is like, oh, what if I or someone else stole something that you made and like put it up for profit. Like, you think I came up with this idea yesterday? What kind of weak ass convictions do you think I have? I had to deal with that bias and like that loss aversion bias in my head to hold these opinions as strongly as I do. Like, of course I don't care because I can't care or else I'd be a hypocrite.
Well, I care. 'Cause I think you have advocated that it's something that should be dealt with even prior to making changes to capitalism. That you're like in like a post-capitalist utopia, if one should exist. Obviously, copyright would be something that needs to be heavily rethought. But the part where I think you and I differ is the part where it has to be abolished almost completely, like now, in the current climate, where I think that might not be that good.
Okay. I mean, I'll make a compromise. I'll like severely shorten it to like 5 years or something. That seems like a good middle ground.
Yeah. How would you even enact it? Like, you have to fight. You'd have to fight.
Direct action. I don't know.
You
I
have to
don't.
fight Disney. You stand in a Disney parking lot with a bootleg drawing of Mickey Mouse. What are they gonna do? I'll tell you what they'll do. They'll start a collaboration comic with Northrop Grumman and fucking sell warheads to 12-year-olds. That's what Disney will do. I wish they'd put out the collab comics they'd done with the.
And H.BurgerGuy, FMD wants to come on.
Oh, sweet.
He has opinions on what I have to say.
Oh, nice. I mentioned to FMD that he could come on the streams, but I was worried. Like he said, I think he said words to the effect of, "No, I don't want to be on the stream with Eric. He's awful." No, he didn't say that.
He gave me a 30-minute drunk speech about Napoleon. How can he not love me?
Oh, sweet. That sounds rad. My favorite thing is when he links.
I love him.
Footage from his game and from our game, I guess, but from his build of the game, and you can clearly hear Chapper Trap House playing in the background. Like, it's just so cool. I need to actually listen to that podcast. There it is! How did I miss this every time? It's right here! Oh my god!
Hello, I'm back. By the way.
Hi. I found all the puzzle pieces. I did it. I've solved the riddle of the Sphinx.
Holy shit.
How am I? I'm going the right way. I'm just going in reverse. Garfield cart, more like Snorfield snot.
Why are you playing this?
It occupies my fingers so that I can talk about anything else.
You didn't expect to beat HAYDEE so quickly, did you?
I didn't expect to beat HAYDEE and then for HAYDEE to turn out to be a broken ass, horrible piece of shit. How am I only this far behind them? I'd better be... Oh my god, am I gonna win the race?
You've come a long way.
Oh my god. Oh, it's round 3. I
We need
took
more
a break
people
to
on this-
pick stuff up.
We need more people on this stream in general. This feels a bit empty.
It does, yeah. Normally it's a nightmare of like 8 people.
Like
I want it to be just
wanted
H.
to like talk with real people about copyright and not this like super fast moving chat.
Yeah, never argue directly with the chat. That's like it's a no-no. Take individual things that are worth responding to and read them out and then reply to them specifically. I think it's more useful.
I'm just gonna... I'm gonna drop this up. Like, I'm gonna link... Oh, I can't link. I have a great video about the subject.
Oh.
It's my best video, actually.
It's pretty good, yeah. What do I get for these
Can
puzzle
you not
pieces?
link in the chat? You could message it to a moderator if you're not a moderator.
Yeah. Oh.
How's Heat Signature going along? Did you sign any Heat? Also friend me on Steam so I can get your items when hard mode comes out. Also, if you need more people, I'd be down.
You've completed a new puzzle. It's available in the image gallery now. Okay, where's that?
Well, the video is called The Golden Calf because I like naming my videos like super vague movie titles.
Where is the image gallery, you fucker? Give it to me. Where are you?
I saw Heat Signature mentioned there. Is that any good? I was thinking about... I mean, I got it and opened it, but then I was like, I don't know, this seems hard.
I really like Heat Signature. It's really good.
Maybe I'll give it another go.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. Okay, so I'm gonna get does FMDud have... Is FM in my Discord? I need to invite them, if not.
Oh, the X-Man has art posted on Twitter.
I'd rather you'd play Heat Signature because it seems like you're happier playing that.
I didn't get into the game business to be happy.
Some parts of the game aren't fun on purpose, and this is fine.
Some elements of, you know, Garfield's about art. For example, you've seen this art from Morley Market. You see? This is art. Okay, FMD.
If you win the race, you get to watch James Burke tell you that art is worthless.
Cool. Hey, okay, FMD, you should be able to do in the stream voice.
I played The Witness. By the way, that's why it's on my mind. I got to the first ending. I did most of the puzzles by myself, but when it got to the bullshit, like, visually obscured ones, I was just, no, this ain't fun.
I really liked The Witness.
Oh, there he is.
And
yeah, The Witness is
and
good.
and
Hey, The Witness is good. It's the best game I ever stole. I mean...
Like, I wish I could have made a soundtrack for it, because, like, he's trying to do this Mikhail Haneke, look, I don't have a score for my game, isn't this artsy, type deal, but, like, I don't know.
Okay, I see exactly what the problem is that you were talking about, how, because the stream is delayed for us, it's really weird seeing the visual.
Yeah, seeing it happen a bit later,
yeah.
In
Okay.
an ideal world, I'd be streaming it to you with less delay than the stream, but my poor little internet can't handle it.
All right. Yeah, I might be able to help you there, but that's for a different time. Hi, I'm Fareed. My name's Fareed.
Fareed.
Hello.
I live in London. I've been helping H.BurgerGuy out with some programming,
Yeah.
much in the same way that Eric's been helping HBOM out with some music.
By which they mean they're doing all of the music and programming.
HBOM, we recently pivoted. Tell them.
Oh yeah, we were originally going to be doing an. Oh, I'm going to change my cam since I'm not playing a game right now. We were originally going to be doing an RPG with a story I spent like a year like planning out and plotting out and writing and coming up with like, here's how this thing works, and then Fareed put together an entire like mock-up of how the game would actually play in like 2 days, and I realized that I had no idea for the actual game part. It was very bad. So instead I was like, okay, what about this other thing? What about a horror game that's a bit like a nightmare I had when I used to work in a call center, about a call center where all the people have been replaced by machines that want to kill you. And we had like 50 million ideas immediately for it, and it's really cool. And we already have a cylinder that follows you when it sees you. It's so cute. It's the cutest cylinder.
Yeah, there's
and we already have a menu theme as well.
We do. It's really good as well. I listened to it like 8 times today.
Oh, you should hear the version where the background noise doesn't loop every 3 seconds.
I didn't even notice it looping, but there we go.
Oh.
It's cool that there's now got more.
But yes, it's like, because as much as I could glean from like this nightmarishly long like chat that HBOM and Fareed had while I was like asleep, it's like it's retrofuturist. I can still do the synth worship on this one, which is good.
Yeah. I think all of us are a little bit hesitant to talk about the idea because it's in such a nascent stage that it's very, very difficult to, because if you pin down any kind of specific now, it could look totally different in even a day's time. Like there's something that you do on all software projects is you thrash around a lot at the start.
Yeah,
you try and get all of your thrashing done at the start, so that later on in the project, when things are more set in stone, it's much more difficult to introduce radically new ideas. So anything, yeah.
I see myself as more of a Peter Molyneux type, so I'm going to make a lot of promises that you will have to keep later.
Hey, for the longest time, I mixed up Peter Molyneux and Stefan Molyneux. I'm very sorry. I thought you were talking about him the whole time.
It's okay. Well, they are brothers, so.
Stream.
Are they really? No, that's a joke.
No,
Peter Molyneux is
I made
British.
that up. That wasn't even a joke. That was just a lie. I just said that to see if
I thought he was one. I thought he was one of us.
No, yeah, he is. Yeah, whereas Stefan is like Canadian.
How's my mic quality, by the way? Because I do actually have a decent mic, but I have to plug it into a Focusrite, and it's a little.
You sound fine.
I'm plugged into a Focusrite. They're good. It's pretty good.
I'm using YouTuber mic.
Using the Blue Yeti.
No, I'm using the Shure SM7B.
Oh, nice. Yes. The Blue Yeti is a $100 stainless steel toy. Toy. I hate the way Ouija the God pronounces. Like, he finishes every sentence with like this
toy.
I hate it so much. It's like a cheese grater.
Cheese grater.
Stefan is British Canadian. Well, there we go. The worst of all worlds. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I mean, but what's bad about that video is that, like, it's not pushing the same message. It's pushing a worse message with the same words. It's
really bad. Oh, someone asked what engine we're making it in, and so far we're doing it in Unity, but I think it'll stay that way.
Yeah,
but...
people. I know that a lot of people in the chat will probably have an aversion to Unity because it's kind of seen as a bit of a technical cop out.
It's because the free version of Unity that like all the amateurs use, the free version has to have the logo at the beginning, so people associate the logo with all these like
Well, yeah, but that's
crappy
just because
free
but the
projects.
people who do that just think that anything, as long as it doesn't have other people's logos in, is a game. It really doesn't matter as long as you have some sort of core prototype for a game. Like, as long as that's fun, it doesn't matter. Look at the original prototype for Braid. It looked crap. It looked like absolute crap, and it probably had a game maker logo on the front of it. Like, it's, you know, it doesn't. The initial concept like that isn't what's important. What's important was the concept for Braid was good, and the concept would then translate to something that would be a professional product by the end of it.
It's
So you
okay.
really,
It's partially
there's
to
no
do
way
with
to
the
judge.
democratization of game making tools. Like, as these things become more and more available to people, you're going to get more and more more like bad games that were made very quickly and easily because you could. Like, that's the real reason why RPG Maker has a bad rap, because anyone can make one in 2 minutes. ContraPoints has made one. I've made one. I worked on one that I'm not allowed to talk about. And the it's like the, you know, anything that sort of is easy to make a game in is going to develop that kind of reputation, even though ultimately it's a really good thing. Like, YouTube has had that reputation forever and deserves it, and still does, because anyone can put a video on YouTube.
And
but
about
that doesn't necessarily make it a bad format for the future.
About Braid, I played it, and like the puzzles are fine, they're well designed, but I love it because it's so, like, just the audacity of Jonathan Blow to put a puzzle that takes 2 hours to complete. Like, I admire that, and
I fully think that
I wish I had that kind of confidence.
I think that Jonathan Blow's ego is written all over that game in a very fantastic way, and it's very obvious why he says of Steven's Sausage Roll that it's like, you know, whatever he said, it was like the greatest game of all time or something like that. It's obvious.
He said it was the greatest puzzle game of the year.
Yeah, but it's oh god, I'm getting an echo of myself.
Oh no.
Oh dear. No, but it's obvious to see why he thinks that as a person with an ego the size of his, is because what you're making when you make a puzzle game like Braid or like Steven's Sausage Roll, you present a very simple set of mechanics and you say, hey, I'm so smart that not only can I solve this puzzle, I fucking made it, mate.
That's
like, you have to,
and the witness as well. The
Yeah,
witness,
and the witness as
was like, just the audacity that you have to have like this thing that could have just been a $3 phone game and have this with a $40 price tag and this absurdly detailed 3D world to walk around in, like, as the vehicle for this very simple kind of puzzle. I think that's just so delightfully audacious.
Yeah, it's the same way that what's it, Ink Repair with Steven's Sausage Roll. There's really 4 buttons in the game. It's up, down, left, and right, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's the way that the game builds the mechanics around such a simple set of things. It's like saying, what, there's 4 buttons, you can't cook a couple of fucking sausages, what are you? An idiot. So the game kind of just like dares you to be able to do it and get past, because you can't really talk shit about it unless you've played a few of the puzzles, and then you have to kind of admit that the guy who made the puzzles is a very, very, very smart person. I don't know, actually.
Yeah,
I
can't beat Steven's Sausage Roll. It's very hard, and I'm very upset that I can't beat it.
Yeah.
And I watched Joseph Anderson's video on The Witness after getting the first ending and deciding I was done because the puzzles were very rapidly just like, fuck the Tetris pieces. Fuck those Tetris. Like, I still don't know how they work. But like, he had this very like hostile reaction to the really pretentious parts of the game that, like, I thought it was funny. Like, he was like, how dare he put this 50-minute environmental puzzle in the game that takes 50 minutes to complete. Like, that's hilarious.
How dare he?
Well, I think when he's operating in that kind of space, like the space of an achievement, where it's only for the true, you know, completionists.
Joseph plays games in a very weird and wrong, bad way. That's my opinion. He was like Mario, the new Mario, whatever it's called, Mario Space
Iliad.
Fun. The Mario Iliad, the Mario Aeneid.
It's Odyssey.
That's the one. Homer's Mario. I've got every moon, and it gets repetitive if you get every moon. It's like, yeah, but the game is fun. You just don't collect 400 fucking moons in a weekend.
Yeah, like he admits that he enjoys finding those hidden puzzles in the Witness, but then, like he says, and then I tried to find all of them, and
Yeah,
like, come on.
I'm not, we have mutual respect because he does what I do, only better. But come on.
What do I do?
Yeah.
Do I do anything like you but better?
Yeah,
like you. That's how you describe everyone.
It's my way of being nice, because I don't want to compare people directly to me because that could be perceived as an insult. So if I give the
He's
blanket
like me,
thing,
but worse.
yeah, exactly. If I give the but better, it's like, well, now it's a compliment because even if they don't like me, they get to be superior. Anyway, but in any case, yeah, Joseph Anderson is a peer with whom I respect, but he's wrong about everything, and it really shows. And honestly, what you're playing at, The Witness is pretty good. It's acceptable. It's an acceptable game. Those are my thoughts.
And I do really like Joseph Anderson, like, because it seems like his videos should be the most boring things, but they're not. And that's like what I look for in movies as well. Like, this should be boring, but it isn't. And that's why I love it. So that's why I love 2001 and Kiki's Delivery Service. Like, by all accounts, this should be the most boring movie ever made, but it's actually very, very entertaining.
I just fucking fucked up an entire spaceship without having to even get on it because I stole another ship. I've got to slowly stop this because my other ship is running out of fuel. So I need to pause this ship in space and slowly drift over to it in my broken pod. Actually, no, I'll just...
Holy shit, I didn't know you could do all of this stuff, like breaking
Me neither.
bits
I
off the
found
ships.
Flail Morpho just told me, like, hey, you
Wow.
can play the whole game, like, just as a... Well, look at me, like an idiot. Hold on, why am I doing this? I can just... nearest base. No. This... not the nearest base. This is the nearest base. Okay.
This looks a lot like Captain Forever. Did you ever play that?
I didn't. Sounds rad. It's a good name. And that's how I judge games. No, it's
Yeah, it was a series of very, very similar. It's a series of sort of like online games where you just built a ship very quickly out of the pieces of the ships that you looted, and then the game would spawn more and more difficult ships.
Oh, that's
The
rad.
ships were built in squares like this.
That's cool.
Also, where's Sean? Where'd he go?
Hello, I'm still here.
Oh, you just...
You have learned well. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Give me the shield.
I am I'm a natural listener.
Yeah, I am frequently...
H-bomb, my flowers saw that.
Aw.
You could have knocked that gingerly straight through the window, but you decided not to. You avoided killing that guy. You have a heart for glitches. I know your secret. You bleed in heart, commie, you.
I am frequently far too talkative, like,
Aw.
just in real life.
It was really
And
fun
that's-
listening to you get ecstatic talking to Dan before. It was really kind of fun. Especially
And
when I
Dan
was too
seems-
busy being mad at Garfield Kart.
Dan seems like he would be a great friend.
Yeah.
Aw.
When I first donated to this stream, I remember Eric was talking about music and stuff, and it was just like hot takes. It's like beats, and I said, "Hey Eric, talk about Radiohead." No joke, please don't. And then it was like 45 minutes of radio.
It was lovely.
Amnesiac is their best album.
Yeah, I do agree with that actually.
My current objective here is to fuck up the ship even more, because I think if I blow up this corner piece, the ship might blast apart. It might not actually, because there's another bit connecting it, but it'll be really funny.
This is making
But
me want to.
that's
It's really
But
good.
that-
There's so much stuff
that's
you can
why-
do that you don't expect you can do in it, but it just has it
that's
all.
why I'm making I'm writing an analysis of Funny Games US, so like I can get the thoughts on paper, and I'll be free from having to like constantly gush about it to people who don't care.
Goodbye, fucker. I'm sorry. I just had to do that. Yeah, I love games that are just like, where you can do just all the stuff in them. Like, there's just so much more to the game than you always think there'll be, and that's a really fun thing to discover, is just how much more things you can do. You don't just go to a level and play it Hotline Miami style. You play a level Hotline Miami style, and then you can pilot the ship, and you can ram it into other ships, and blast out windows, and throw things out of windows to escape. It's great.
This guy has been asking Eric what you think of ABBA for
For like
days.
several streams now.
Yeah, for like several
Oh,
streams.
what? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. They're fine.
I think that's as objectively wrong as an opinion can be.
I love ABBA.
I've only heard Dancing Queen, and it's a good song.
That's a
Love her,
criminal.
Russian Queen. There was a cat there. Sorry, I'll stop.
The best ABBA song is "Lay All Your Love on Me." It's an absolute banger. In fact, most of the ABBA songs are bangers, really. If you've never seen Mamma Mia, it's good. They're great songs.
Yeah, ABBA are pretty good. I had a
British
really-
tradition, really.
I had a really like angry, aggressive PE teacher, main person, head of year when I was in primary school, and he loved ABBA so much, and it was like really cute. That like his two things were like football and ABBA, and he was great. I really looked up to him. And obviously formed the basis for my two twin loves, coffee and sadness.
Of course, like I think the more valuable unpopular opinions are the positive ones.
The ones that are
like,
true usually.
Like the negative ones are more fun to like say on a stream with a bunch of people watching, but like,
yeah,
I think the positive ones are more valuable, because then you might convince someone to like something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's always
okay.
nice to convince someone to like something than to not like something.
I mean, you're never going to convince someone to not like something.
I don't know. A lot of people have said you tricked me into not liking Sherlock. I'm like, yeah, but that's like for media opinions. It's not like I tricked them into not liking something that was like core to their personality or something.
Well, the difference is it's a conversation about pop culture, because like, you know, pop culture reflects our society, and as well it should. So it's important to talk about, but in a
I was
way,
surprised.
like opinions of things.
I was surprised at how like upset everyone got when I said that the Minecraft soundtrack was the best video game soundtrack of all time. Like,
Minecraft isn't a real game, and I'll see you in hell. Oh,
I thought that was like a reasonably normal.
I'm just
take.
watching the chat now, waiting for them to catch up with that.
Minecraft, you know, it's fine. It's an okay. I mean, I never really got into Minecraft. I always just kind of disliked it. So.
I mean, I was 12 when it was popular, so.
I can see that. I got really into like Minecraft when it was just like an unfinished game with no survival mode, and all you did was design things, and there were just like, so there were just a bunch of pixel art servers where someone had created Mario, so you delete a couple of blocks and replace them with slightly the wrong colored blocks, and then you'd get banned. Like, that was my experience with Minecraft. So
I liked it. I liked it when it was kind of a game, but not really. Like, there was something about survival, like finding food and resources and stuff, but it was also completely open-ended. I like that, and I think the soundtrack captures that. It captures that version of the game so magnificently. Like, it sounds so. Like, it does not have any reason to be that melancholic, but it is, and I love it.
And it fits, and it's nice. I would say I think that why a lot of people on chat would just like be, you know, get really chatty and uproarious about this is because, like, for me at least, like I have when I think of video game soundtracks, it's like because it goes so far back into childhood for me, and hearing a soundtrack and being taken back to a place, etc., etc. It's like when somebody says, "Oh, this is just blithely says this is the best one ever," like all of your childhood experiences and nostalgia are meaningless.
Since when did I have that much like sway that you just take everything I say as like such a grand statement?
Because if we're taking you seriously and you're on H-Bomb's stream,
Exactly. I'm gonna
since when does anyone take
parking in front of it? Ah! Oh, they blew me apart. Oh shit! I'm just in a little box floating in space. I'm sorry.
You're smaller than that ship, H-Bomb.
Oh shit!
You know, it's a
They blew. Oh good. For a second I thought my ship got my little pod got blown up, but luckily it's alive to pick me up. I was worried for a second I'd actually been killed. I'm going after that fucking ship. I'm gonna wreck them. In the words of Wreck-It Ralph, I'm gonna fuck up this ship and everyone in it. I'm gonna kill them.
Oh yeah, I have 1,000 YouTube subscribers now. I keep on forgetting that.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Here's to everyone who fucking became spiders out there.
Like, I'm almost to the amount that Sean had when I first found his videos.
It's so weird how that, how your interpretation of different numbers changes as it goes on. Like, I remember when I got to 5K, and then I saw an interview with someone, who had about like 100K, and they were like, when you tell people you're a YouTuber, they think you're some nobody with 5K, but you know, really you're the. And I was like, oh, right, so
Thanks,
long way to go then. Yeah, thanks a lot.
And for some reason you stayed friends with me after I gave that interview.
I think there's a lot of market for this, for your content, H-Bomb, and your content, Sean, and it's like the same thing with Chapo as well. I mean, like they make what 95 grand a month now for a podcast, which is really good.
That's insane.
Right? Like the market is there, and you guys, the reason that you've had so many subscribers in the last 6 months is because the sort of left coalition that broadly voted for Bernie Sanders and stuff like that still exists. There's really just,
Fortunately or unfortunately, I missed the end of HAYDEE, but I figured you could put this money towards making your mind of that horrible experience.
But as with you, with the mentions in the Texas Senate race and stuff like that, there's still a broad movement, a broad populist movement that's really gaining traction.
From what I'm aware of, the speed and ability to change directions of your ship depends on the number of engines and the size of it. Also, ships can be also attacked by driving them near enemy ships.
You'll see it.
Also, slipstream mode can break windows.
So we just saw some and we got some donates. But you
yes,
don't know.
sorry, you got yelled over by H-Bomb's scream for most of that.
Yeah, sorry. I'm going to log in on Twitch to see what those said, and also probably break my stream. Hang on, everyone. Brace for impact, my poor internet, precious child. Okay. Remember, the speed and ability to change directions of your ship depends on the number of engines, and the size of it. Also, ships can be attacked by driving them near enemy ships. Cool. Awesome, thank you.
Do you want me to do the donations?
Hmm?
Do you want me to read them out and engage with the donations?
Oh no! Just open the window in the pinned tweets or pinned things on Discord, and that means that when we get a donation, a loud noise usually plays, and a voice reads them out, and that way you will hear them at the same time, so you know a donation's happening.
Okay, the chat is talking about the prequels.
Oh, yes, of course they are.
Like I've seen A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Phantom Menace, and Attack of the Clones, and like I didn't really like any of them, and I don't know why people put like the original films like in a different class than the prequels. Like they seems pretty similar.
I'm sorry, but you're going to have to go to prison.
Oh no.
Someone in chat asked if I had a Twitter. No, I actually got banned from Twitter.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Why was
If you
that?
remember, basically, I just got really angry at Christmas and started tweeting at lots of like far right journos. Just like, yeah, I was just essentially what I said was, if you remember Melanie Phillips, who famously backed that GP who got struck off for basically preaching out of his arse about vaccines, and could have possibly cost children their lives. Really, I'm pretty sure that people have died in the UK from like non-vaccination due to the MMR scam and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I tweeted at her saying that I hope she died of an easily vaccinatable illness, and then they banned me.
I mean, that's quite funny, but that's something you should avoid saying.
Yeah, this is why, and somebody else have had a YouTube as well. I've deleted more than one YouTube. I don't have a good temperament to be in the public light.
You were saying that before, but then Eric's opinions were so, what's the word that means good but doesn't? That you had to come
Hot.
to correct the record. They were so hot. Eric was too hot to handle.
I can do lots of, I can do all sorts of stuff. I can spice up the stream. We can do,
the funniest one, the biggest reaction actually came from me, like, confessing my love to Sargon of Akkad. That was the biggest one, because I think he's kind of cute.
Have you
like
seen the butt pic?
Yes, it's a great picture, honestly.
Oh
like,
my
there is
God.
nothing wrong with it. Like, I thought it would be bad. I thought he would be, like, mooning the camera, but he's doing a pinup pose or something. Like, it looks like he's... like, it's very tasteful ass pic. It is an above average ass pic, I'd say.
Tasteful ass pic. Well, so we've basically found his true calling, then. I'm sorry, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm kidding. Of course, he's a friend of the show. He's a fellow YouTube, fellow free thinker. Obviously, he should be doing what he loves, giving talks about Ayn Rand, who he's definitely read at a college. God,
He's a piece of shit.
you're entitled to your
Yeah,
correct opinion.
He is awful, but like, just imagine if he was like a nice person and like he wasn't vile and
That's a big ask.
Yeah, imagine,
I tried to read Atlas Shrugged, but it was so fucking drab and witless. It's just a slog. And I like long books. I've read I'm a bookie. That's what you said, and I was like, he's a man after my own heart.
Bookie.
I'm so bad at reading. Like, this is a chronic flaw of my character. I can't read books.
I've read several. I've read almost as many books as I've written.
Is that a Garth Marenghi's Dark Place
I
reference?
just realised I was referencing Garth Marenghi after I said it, and now I feel bad.
Like, the most complex book I can read is Harry Potter. Like, I've read the whole Harry Potter series.
Well,
and they're not.
Well, let me tell you, liberals
not
will tell
good.
you that that's the most complex book you need to read. You understand everything now.
They're not good books, but like, I can read them and I love them for that. Like, they're so easy to read for some reason. Like,
they are pretty readable. Like, they go down really well. I also like something that I kind of appreciate in them is
drinking
that
hot chocolate.
if you Elm's Window Smasher, oh sweet. I just found a weapon that someone got to give a special name. If you analyze them, you find that as they get longer and as the story progresses, the writing quality and sort of style improves just enough that, like, if you were reading them as they came out, the style would grow to meet you as you grew older. Like, there's a sweet spot where if you grew up when Harry Potter was coming out, it grew up with you in a way that's incredibly meaningful. There's something really cool about that I think gets underappreciated because because in the end they're children's books. But it's a really interesting thing to.
My favorite one is book 4. The Goblet of Fire is my favorite one.
Yeah.
Immediately followed by my least favorite, book 5.
Oh. I never finished that. I never read the last book.
I feel like I grew up in a way with a webcomic series that went on from 2007 until I think last year, or maybe the year before. I think it was last year, called Octopus Pie, which was by a woman named Meredith Gran, who's just an absolutely fantastic artist, and she did some of the stuff for the Adventure Time comics as well.
Oh wow!
And it's like growing up with a sibling almost, like having the Harry Potter books grow up with you, in a way. But it was a little bit later on, so like as I was coming out of the Harry Potter period and going into that, and it's like a decade she was doing this webcomic, and it's just so lovingly done.
That's really cool.
Like nothing
Some people
happens
in
in
chat
book
know what I'm
5.
talking about.
Like until the last 100 pages. Like it is just 800 pages of teenage angst, and it's insufferable.
Isn't book 5
I wouldn't
the one
call it-
where, like, Harry beats up a dragon?
That's all. I think he does that in at least once per book.
That's not true. There's only one big dragon. It's like Dragon Age. At the end, you fight a dragon. It's like a thing. You got to do it. There's a dragon in there. Put a dragon in it.
I like the very unproblematic banking goblins she included.
Oh, I'm a big fan of the Jewish goblins. That they. Thanks, J.K. Rowling. My favorite tweet ever is J.K. Rowling in tears. The Sorting Hat was trans. Oh
Yeah,
my god!
I am very upset about there being zero gayness in these Harry Potter prequel movies, and I don't even like care about them. Like I'm just mad.
Dumbledore was gay, and it might even come up. Just kidding, it won't.
You'd think with the goal that she has to retroactively edit her fiction to add in themes that she hadn't bothered to think about while she was writing it, you'd think that she would, at billionaire as she is, have some hand in making the movie especially extol these things. I mean, she has enough power to do whatever she wants.
Yeah. My question had always been, why would you? I forgot. Actually, I don't actually have a question. It's just not very. It's just not very good.
It's the same thing as Elsa's gonna be gay in the new Frozen sequel. And it's like no, she isn't. So she's gonna like wink at the camera once at like a
lady
line of dialogue that's possible to interpret as
exclusively gay moment.
Here's the gay exclusive moment. If you're gay when you're watching the film, they play an extra scene that implies it a bit.
It smacks to me. It smacks to me of liberals condescending to the left. Like, we'll put some gay stuff in it for you.
And
Like,
who? And
that's
you know,
the thing. Like, if I ever
everyone's
write
happy.
stories, like they will, I will not care. Like there will be so much gay shit in there that it'll defy reason. Like there doesn't need to be a reason. Like why is everyone in your stories straight? Like, I just there's gonna be one straight person who like bravely sacrifices themselves for like a someone of the opposite gender that they loved,
Aw.
and it's really sad.
I'm gonna put a gay character in, but it's just gonna be a minor supporting role, and they die at the end. I think that's like a compromise, right? That was a joke.
Yeah.
It's not a very good joke though, because it's true. It's what they do.
Like my most, because eventually, you know, like I want to try at least. I want to try learning like how to write screenplays, and my most developed story, which is like not a big statement. My most developed story is literally just about gay space pirates. It's like,
Oh shit.
it's like two space pirates who are like robbing a super space apartment, and then like they're competing with, and they find out that they love each other.
Aw.
The
Oh
end.
god,
And
sorry, I thought I turned off my mic. Jesus.
Oh no.
It's because last time I was talking to Eric, he was like, "Yeah, cool man, talking with you, but what's with all that heavy breathing you've been doing through this entire conversation? It's been like an hour and a half of you ranting on drunk about Napoleon." And I was like, "Oh no, I've been smoking. I realised I haven't, so I've been trying to turn my mic off while I've been smoking."
Oh right.
I haven't noticed anything.
Yeah, I mean,
But you
neither.
just had me going, breathing like Darth Vader.
Well, oh, were we not supposed to hear the ranting about Napoleon? Was that going to be something else? Was that just you talking to
No,
yourself?
that was basically what happens is when I'm sober, I'm very anti-nationalist, and then when I'm drunk, I'm like, "You see the problem with the French." I get because I don't know, I'm half and half. I'm half half immigrant, half not immigrant.
That wasn't me gasping at what you said. That was me dying immediately in the game by accident.
Oh, I'm looking to see this on. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, just
So if
immediately
I get
flushed out into space.
drunk, it sounds like every London socialist I know, including me. Yes, London socialism's the best kind.
Yeah, we do socialism the best. Historically, I mean, English socialism, it's like a misnomer. It's like, really?
Okay, so but before I forget, can we talk about H-Bomb's newest video?
Oh no.
Like it's the logical conclusion of the ownage subgenre. Like
Aw.
we've entered post-ownage.
You can't just make up words, Paul.
I'm a musician. It's what we do.
Aw. I got blown into space again. Oh my god.
But
Please continue.
and I almost feel bad because now I'm making a video about Paul Joseph Watson that I've been writing for a while, and it has 3,000 words. Like, and it's like it just seems everyone's gonna say that I'm beating a dead horse now.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah.
He's a dead horse that needs beating.
Yeah.
I think it's eternally relevant.
It's about it's specifically about all the videos that he's made about art and music, because like I've found that my thing is looking at like sort of leftist ideas through the lens of being a pretentious art person.
His ideas of art and music are mainly to do with people who vehemently disagree with him, like Kurt Cobain. He holds up Kurt Cobain as some sort of like, you know, when rock was good, but if Kurt Cobain was alive,
Yeah.
And again,
he would mercilessly own the man.
and like I'm talking about like every video in the series, because everyone who responded to those, like, they stopped with the truth about popular culture, which is like it's a very respondable video, and everyone went at it. But there's like this whole progression from the first video we did about art to like the most recent ones that no one has picked up on.
The progression from being wrong to being the most wrong.
From being wrong and to being a propagandist.
Yeah.
Yes, and what says on chat, post ownage is just regular ownage, but with Godspeed You Black Emperor and Swans playing over it.
That's pretty
Swans is better than Godspeed You Black Emperor.
I will piss in my own mouth out of anger at what you just said.
Have you ever heard Swans?
I have not heard enough Swans to really weigh in on it, but I do. I really like Godspeed. They're one of the few people who I like. Went out of my way to go see them live when they were doing their last tour years ago, before they were like, "Oh, we're gonna keep going," which was annoying. But
I've listened to 3-4 Swans albums and one Godspeed album, so I guess
which one have you listened to?
Yankee UXO.
That's my favorite one.
It was good, but like compared to like The Seer by Swans, it's like you can't even.
Oh, we've already had this conversation about the fact that I don't listen to albums concretely, so I don't think of things in terms of albums.
So how is Yankee UXO your favorite Godspeed album?
Well, because it's the only It's the only album of theirs I've listened to enough to think of concretely as an album. Most times I listen to music, I don't listen to albums. So like, I don't have a favorite Swans album.
You're missing out. You're missing out. I swear. There's a whole dimension that you're not seeing.
Well, what dimension is that?
Like the like long form musical ideas made of multiple songs. Like it's like the idea of releasing a 40 to 80 minute chunk of audio in the form of multiple songs is like what I think of as an album.
I think that what I know about you, Eric, of what I know about you from having talked to you, is I can see why you would like Swans a lot, is because you seem to really, really like grand sweeping declarations, and that's exactly what Swans is.
Yeah, there's not much of a grander declaration than like all three of those post reunion albums, so The Seer, To Be Kind, and The Glowing Man. They're all 2 hours long.
The overpriced mystery boxes in the shop cost double whatever the item inside would usually cost BTW, so they're likely a rare item when they cost a bunch of acid. Acid is money in this game, because backstory reasons.
Nice. Acid is money, what a heck of a thing.
Yeah, I will listen to like the more acclaimed Godspeed albums and like get back to everyone. And
yeah.
But
good.
Like
good. Godspeed, you Black Emperor are the best. Shoot the gun! There we go. Okay, good, we did it. Drugs is money. Exactly. Drugs is money. In the words of a musician of some kind. I'm sure they said it. If I listen to a Swans album from beginning to end properly, I will fully understand the concept of drugs is money. Oh shit, I need to get out of here soon. Okay, I'm out.
it's like Swans aren't my favorite band. Here's something you can do. You can link my Rate Your Music page.
Oh yeah.
Just a sec.
Didn't they split that up into a separate one because they were using it for
Not
anime
yet.
too much or something?
I mean, it's allegedly they're about to split it into 3 sites: Sonemic for music, Cinemos for film, and Glitchwave for games.
Wow.
But right now it's just music and film on one site. But yeah, I put my Rate Your Music page in the stream chat in the Discord. Now I can link it and let people see.
Is there a Rate Your Music, but just for anime music?
I mean, anime music is on Rate Your Music.
No, but I want a specific one for anime.
With anime girls in the header and the background.
Yes. And it keeps
What the
changing,
funk
and it's
H-bomb.
really poorly
I
formatted.
get distracted shitting all over Red Letter Media in the chat for a few minutes, and when I go back to actually watching what you're doing, you're murdering glitches with shotguns. You cold-hearted capitalist monster.
Oh yeah, I forgot that the characters all have factions, and one of them the whole deal is that they never kill anyone, they just use concussion guns.
Man, Electro Swing. I'm glad that genre is dead.
I
Christ.
will kick you out into space.
Was that a Electric Six one-band genre, or am I missing something?
No.
It's like really boring EDM that happens to like sample swing music, and that makes it ooh.
Wow. Thank you to Eric Taxon for volunteering to not appear in future streams. No, I like Electro Swing. It's cool. I'm into it.
Someone on the chat says that Michael Gira has been accused of sexual assault, which he has.
Jeez.
So the question for the chat now is, to what extent would you now like a 30-minute conversation about the artist and the art and because that's the road that you're going down, chat.
Yeah,
That's
not on my stream.
comment,
Please, no.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to talk about it in the other direction. Like, to what extent should artists express opinions in their art that they don't hold. Like
What?
Like Mikhail Haneke with funny games again. Like it's can't spoil it, but like that's an example.
Oh, in the sense that you present an idea that you don't necessarily agree with.
Yeah, like just as an experiment.
Well,
like, I think
exactly,
that's the more entertaining side of the argument. Like, oh, should we listen to this made by bad people? Like, no, that's not interesting. Just listen to what you want.
That's something that
Like-
I kind of see a lot in like in Zack Snyder's work, where like the man probably doesn't think fascism is good, probably. But his films present it as good using their arguments in ways that are quite funny.
Thank you.
Thank you, Most Stranger, for supporting this horrible conversation. I'm super into the 300 is an in-universe propaganda film, basically reading, just because it fits so well and it makes the whole thing really, really funny.
Okay, H-Bomb, I'm gonna let you finish. Renard Queenston is the biggest hack in the music industry.
I don't even know who that
Actually,
is.
uh,
I don't even know what beef I'm getting involved with anymore.
furry rapist square pusher wannabe.
I don't even listen to Swans.
Okay, let's keep on talking about Zack Snyder.
So no, I'm done joking. I want to talk about a different artist, one who actually just sucks. Quentin Tarantino. I watched The Hateful Eight last night, and it's like incredibly. I thought it was very tense, and there were some moments in it that were good, and there's a lot of good pacing to it. But I just there's like just a miasma of bad to it. There's something about it that I just really thought was like, I don't like this. There's something wrong with this. Like,
I feel like it's very paint by numbers with him now.
yeah.
I've only seen Pulp Fiction. It was occasionally funny.
I just said that, and Sophie said to me, "Woody Allen?" ?
And like, but I like how it took like a normally small in scope genre like this crime thriller stuff and made it into a very long interweaving plot line. Like I liked that sort of subversion, but
I kind of super don't like how like Tarantino was well known early on for he did some really interesting things with his with Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction, and then he just kept making those films really with like kind of not that much more to it. I feel like those are two like I want to see the Quentin Tarantino who made those two films and then made 6 other completely different things that aren't like, oh, it's a Quentin Tarantino movie.
I think your priorities changed when you're Quentin Tarantino, and you've gotten to that point already. Like he's never
and also
gonna
like his
cap
shtick of making all of his white characters and himself say the N-word is like it's obnoxious.
Yeah.
I heard that's like a pattern.
Sorry,
Like
I want to hear what Sean was going to say. What was Sean? Please.
Oh, I just wanted to see if you agree with me about this. I said oh no when you said your Hateful Eight opinion because I agreed with you.
Oh, right.
Whenever I agree with. No, I didn't like it. It was the end when it asked me to celebrate the death of a woman who we have only been told is bad by the other characters, but we haven't actually seen do anything bad.
It's reveled so much.
What movie is this?
The Hateful Eight. It's reveled so much in the brutality towards this one person with very little it has justification for it, but it's not like. But Tarantino wrote that justification. He came up with a reason for it to be okay to watch this thing happen, and there's something just very, Well, apart from that, I liked a lot of it, but the core of it is wrong.
Yeah, I went off it at that point. It was never presented to us as the audience what this person's done that is so bad, apart from hearing it secondhand. So when the end of the movie is a long extended scene in which you're meant to enjoy the death of this person. I don't know. It's a film of where everyone's lying to each other and pretending to be what they're not. So I can't.
Yeah. Did my internet just break? Oh no.
Trust wrong way.
I just lost everyone for a couple seconds.
Same.
I think it was on my end.
I think it was my end as well, though. So who knows? Sorry, what
It was me. I caused the network downtime.
No.
Because I'm Hacker Man.
Hacker Man. So, sorry, I think you were saying something, Sean, and then everything broke.
Oh, sorry. I was just expanding on my earlier point. Like, it was never presented to the audience that this person, like, a bad thing this person did. We just heard it secondhand. So then I can't really enjoy the death of that person if it's only been relayed to me by other characters who are liars within the story as well.
Yeah, like, diegetically, these people have told you falsehoods.
Mm.
So to then have it be, yeah, we're gonna get her, she's bad, it's like, well, no thanks.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate the kind of arc of the story. I think, like, what they did, like, so much of it is like, this was interesting to watch. I had a time watching it that was okay sometimes. And then to have it just be, but it's like, it revolves around this justification that isn't earned, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's often the way with stories like that, where it, like, when you're watching it, you're like, oh, what's going on? Who's really allied with who? Who's telling the truth and who isn't? And then when you find out the actual resolution, it's never going to be as satisfying as what you could imagine.
Yeah.
So it's fun while you're watching it, but when you sort of know the end of it, you're like, oh, okay, well, that was that's like a one-time thing, I guess.
Yeah, and I think the thing I really... Oh, yeah.
I want to recommend films now, but that, like, in this context of this conversation, it's a spoiler, so, like, I can't.
Well, I think in the I think what I kind of wanted from the second half of Hateful Eight was a kind of Coen Brothers-esque pile-up of different characters' relationships causing... Basically, I wanted it to end with everyone not being sure who they were shooting or why. And instead, the twist turns out to be, oh, all of them are just are in on it and are working to do the thing together. Instead of it being someone poisoned the coffee to get at someone else, or because they want the reward, and someone else is trying to, like, they kind of just go, they kind of go with the most obvious twist, basically, in a way that completely undercuts the fun of like the setup, which is no one is who they say they are. This guy who's really obviously not visiting his mother, maybe, like, don't have it turn out that he's not. Like, that's the opposite.
Yeah.
I had that feeling with the first episode of Amazon's Electric Dreams thing, Philip K. Dick adaptations. The first episode on there is called Real Life, and without spoiling anything, there's a twist, and then there's a second twist that untwists the first twist, and I really like the first twist a lot more. And I was disappointed. What is happening?
If I lost H.bomb. I think, oh, the stream stopped as well.
Has he gone?
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Maybe, I bet he's done that thing he does where he goes to the bathroom and then he doesn't tell anyone.
Yeah, you guys
Is that a thing he does?
Oh yeah, he does that. Although I'm seeing his microphone light up, but I'm not actually hearing him talk.
Neither am I.
H.bomb, if you can hear us right now, jiggle about a bit in the game.
I just disappeared for a bit, sorry.
Oh, hello.
I went to the bathroom while I was talking.
Okay.
Told you.
Sorry.
I've
I didn't unmute myself on Discord though, so you could all hear me pissing probably. Anyway.
Yes, I could hear, actually.
Nice. The legendary distant piss. That was one of my favorite, like, jokes I did in a Let's Play I did years ago, where I was like, this is awful, I'm going to the bathroom, and you can, like, very loudly hear the toilet being used in the video.
I want to go out for coffee with you, H.bomb. It'll be great.
Oh.
You should all come to London. You should all come to London. It's the easiest. Admit it.
That was.
Why I live here. You said you don't like living in this bit, but it's the easiest.
Oh, I'd love to visit. Yeah, I'd love to hang out. I have a friend in America, and we've always joked that the cheapest place for us to meet is Japan, so we might do that at some point.
Any excuse to go to Japan.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like, I remember when I was talking about robots and I was analyzing it, and you had this feeling like you were looking into a mirror and you didn't like what you see. Like,
Yeah.
that's the sign of friendship, you know.
No, it's the opposite, actually. I hate myself.
Don't hate yourself. You're great.
Oh, you set me up for that one. Now we should move on to a much less problematic game than HAYDEE, X-Blades.
What is this?
I'm kidding. I'm not going to play X-Blades.
What are you doing now?
I don't know. I was thinking of opening like Omnibus or something, but because I have no idea. Does Rivals of Ether have online? Oh, it's actually, I don't like it. It's not a very good game, so I won't. But
play my menu theme for the for the stream.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's so good.
I really like the way it opens.
No, wait. I need to send the version where the background noise doesn't loop every 3 seconds.
Yeah, send me the good version. People are requesting Hive Swap, which I do need to eventually do. I was really hoping H-Bomb would play another horny game. I need to think, like, there isn't a game of the specific, like, just level of bad in its the way it is of HAYDEE. Like, there aren't that many of that kind of game, and I really do want to find more, but there isn't one.
If I had a vote as someone who was a fan of the stream, we have a Terraform script that can launch like a pretty solid Gary's Mod server. So if you get any milestones or anything like that, it is a possibility that we could ideally have like 32 player or 64 player Trouble in Terrorist Town, which would be fantastic.
That would be awesome, actually. That would be, I mean, it would be a nightmare, but we should totally do that.
Yeah, it'd be like gang warfare.
We could finally open an Undertale RP server that's fully populated.
Oh my god, I used to love trolling people on Dark RP. It was just the best.
Yeah. I used to play on those like survival servers where I would just sit in a corner and spend hours and hours and hours building up my technology enough to build a gun and then kill everyone else.
Yeah, my brother's girlfriend has 2 kids who come to the house and stay a lot. And I thought I'd show them Gary's Mod because of all the stuff that you can build in it. So I built them a wooden biplane that uses the fin tool and has proper ailerons.
Oh wow!
Okay, I sent it to H-Bomb's personal.
I saw it.
Discord.
So that you can fly it around. But what they ended up doing when I showed them Gary's Mod was just pinning up one of the women in the game and shooting them repeatedly.
I remember introducing Gary's Mod to a friend, and they did that exact thing with Alex's corpse in Half-Life 2.
So, yeah. It was with the doctor. I've forgotten her name. The doctor, the
Kleiner.
bad one.
Kleiner?
Yeah, Kleiner. Yeah.
So imagine the menu for a horror game while you listen to this.
I imagined it in my head, like I had this very visceral, like, okay, the opening credits go here, and then you fade to the thing, the menu. I love it. It's really simple, but it's really nice.
I've got your stream muted, so I'm looking at you and I see your lips open and I'm expecting you to talk as your mouth opens, but then it happens 6 seconds later. It's creating a really disturbing effect that I can't really talk around.
It's awful, yeah. I have the exact same problem with when I'm on other people's streams where they have a camera. It's just, oh god, how far behind am I? When is he gonna mouth the words of the sentence he just said?
Yeah, I have a little bit of experience with RTMP servers, which is what you'd need to do a kind of like 2-tier stream thing, because Twitch essentially creates like a delay of like 6 or 7 seconds because it kind of has to share the data amongst all the people. I've made a little robot which is an Arduino built on top of a Raspberry Pi built on top of a really crappy chassis that I bought. It's held together with sellotape, but it can live stream from Twitch and also take commands from the Twitch chat. So someone in the Twitch chat can say W10, which would make it move forward for 10 seconds, etc., etc.
That's
and then A and D to turn. And then you can also turn the little servo that does the camera. So I've been thinking about doing something like that.
That's neat.
I mean, I just like innate talent is a lie, but you gain talent as you practice.
I'm switching over to Gary's mod so we can play some kind of horrible Gary's mod game together. If anyone has Gary's mod and wants to play Gary's mod.
Oh, I think I own that. I'd have to. Don't have a mouse with me. I'd have to find one and find a mouse pad.
There was a game we were going to play, the Hidden Source, but I thought like by now it would have Steam Workshop or be on Steam, but you still have to download an installer specifically for Half-Life 2 and mod it, and it's a huge pain. But I do want to play There are more fun multiplayer things to do on Gmod.
Okay, just a sec. I'm gonna at least try to see if I can join this.
Manga RP?
Well,
I can join H.Bomb.
yeah, Trouble in Terrorist Town. That game you mentioned, Hidden Source, and also a great game by a guy called Chris Hacker that's coming out called Spy Party, are all like asymmetric multiplayer games. And
Yeah.
as soon as you add a single element of asymmetricality into a multiplayer game, it's the recipe for barrels of fun.
Yeah. Asymmetrical gaming is the future of games. There was a joke on the Shut Up and Sit Down review show for a while that there's a guy called Quins and he loved a few specific game mechanics. So for a while someone joked that his favorite game ever would be called Asymmetrical Sand Timer Negotiation. And eventually he found it and he didn't like it very much. But it's good.
I'm laughing with my mic off, which is kind of giving it. It's kind of all your jokes are kind of bombing on stream because I'm laughing without.
I don't have my entourage.
You got like one person going, ha ha!
Very distant, slow clap. One
Sometimes
player
I
on one
deliberately
server in
don't
Minecraft RP. I'm gonna wait. There's a downtown Minecraft. One player in a server of 128 people on their own. They've been playing on their own for. I'm gonna find out what Azure Mist 34 is up
Okay,
to.
the troll in me would say we should definitely all join a dark RP server and form a workers co-op.
Start a union.
Go online on Steam, H.Bomb, so I can join you.
Oh yeah. I'm joining. I've just joined this Minecraft RP server that's got one person in it. So they're gonna have a nice time. They're going to make a discovery today. I'm gonna mine the shit out of them. There is something incredibly sad about the sign saying one player on one server, and there's 128 people on the server.
I'm back. I have a mouse. I couldn't find a mouse pad, but this wooden surface I have seems to be working okay.
Yeah.
And also I need to install the game.
Why not just play Minecraft instead of Minecraft RP on a Gary's Mod server?
Because Gary's Mod used to be free, but it's not anymore. So I don't know. Maybe you want to role play. You want to imagine playing Gary's Mod. You know, it's abstraction. It's simulacra and simulacrum. Simulata. Can I interest you in a simulated salad? You know, some people enjoy the abstraction. You know.
Oh, I see. I don't get it, but I'm sure I will very shortly.
This is why I think that Jordan Peterson is so wrong when he completely throws postmodernism out the window, is because it's actually given us some really useful ways of looking at the world, like the one you just mentioned, H.Bomb.
It's given us a lot of very useful ways of talking bollocks and making a living. And when Jordan Peterson goes after postmodernism, he's condemning himself. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's downloading. It's very slow, so I'll just watch you.
Hello, friend.
You're in game.
Strangely quickly, Sean. Did you already have this map downloaded?
No, I wasn't the one person in here already.
But you joined very quickly. And very suspect.
Oh wow, it's just like that amazing game called Minecraft.
Oh, Rods, you have the streamer tag in my Discord, so you can just pop in and say hello if you want. Yeah, you do, I just checked.
A Dark Lord of Puns.
I think if you stare at someone, you can see how long they've been playing for. So I'm going to try and find Azure Mist and see how they, if they've, how many.
Okay,
years they've
I've
played for.
I've decided I don't actually want anything to do with this. I'm just gonna watch.
Hello, Rod.
Let's go on.
Oh, we're not going to bully people, are we?
No, it's not bullying. We're just going to torment him in his house.
What? You guys don't bully people.
What is
This is something that I love to do online
What
because
the fuck?
I find it very. I find cyberbullying like horrible 14-year-old libertarians like the most cathartic thing in the world.
Okay, leave my box alone, Rods.
I've clicked on the box and I can't pick off it.
Staple of Minecraft, ragdoll physics. You know.
I clicked on the box and I can't get out of the menu.
Oh my god. In the top right corner there's an X. Press Alt and F4 and it's $200 to buy this door, which I presume is also the house, but this isn't Minecraft, this is just a town shaped like Minecraft. This isn't a Minecraft RP
It's
at all.
it's no, it's
This
not.
is a
It's
regular
just-
map, but
It's
blocky.
regular RP on a Minecraft map with Minecraft characters. But I think what the time to do is look at a door and say, this door costs $200, it's time to abolish the state. Basically, just, that's the hard line. Say it on the voice chat until the server is complete anarchist chaos. I've been banned from so many RP servers.
Oh no, this is like doxing everyone.
Oh
By
yeah,
it's telling us where they
they're
can.
Yeah, also this is way less Minecrafty than I thought it would be, so we're gonna have to find another server. Possibly one that doesn't dox people. Who'd have thought that Nichtschwert was from Germany?
I'd like a server that shows my latitude and longitude, please.
Speaking of Germany, what has Kraut T been up to these days?
We don't talk about
Absolutely nothing.
He
just
He
disappeared?
deleted everything, yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
He deleted his account. He took.
I mean, soon he was going to drive everyone away from the skeptic community, which would have been good to see, because like he got Thunderfoot to publicly announce.
People with a modicum of standards got pushed away, but the others, can't be really. North Korea RP, 2 players on 1 server. That's just like 2 people. How can you oppress 1 person?
Oh,
He's partially back, old Crown.
Can I play? I don't have any of users Steam.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh.
But if you've got Gmod, you can.
But also Thunderfoot said he was leaving the skeptic community, but he didn't say what that meant. Like he's still making videos about Anita Sarkeesian, like.
But what he means is I no longer want to be called. I've decided that the term I used to use for myself is actually a bunch of idiots. So now I would like to come up with a new term, but not realizing that any term he comes up with will always be poisoned because it's still him.
I think it's a story as old as time. He made a deal with the devil and got more than he bargained for. He didn't. I don't think he's bad and he's worth making fun of, definitely. But I don't think he's anywhere near as bad as there's some real sinister fucking elements at play. Like when you look at the whole conservative community in general, I don't think he's that bad. I just think someone hurt him at one point and he lashed out and he made his identity around lashing out at something that hurt him in his past. Sad.
Yeah.
He
had a very
tale as
mean-
old as time. He made a deal with the devil, just like in Cuphead. And,
Yes.
possibly, maybe Faust. I don't know.
Cuphead.
Someone in the chat said I had a goblin laugh.
What even happens in Cuphead?
Oh,
That's what my girlfriend tells me. Literally, she says, "When you laugh, you sound like a billionaire's son."
Did I tell you
Oh, wow.
did I tell you the story? Okay, I need to. One time, my the person I lived on the mezzanine above the living room of this like cool apartment building when I was in Wales, and my friend's girlfriend, like I would have to like basically I I found I was looking at her phone. I was looking through it, and I was in her phone as Ceiling Goblin, and
Oh.
fuck.
Congratulations on surviving that.
Yeah.
That would have been the end of me, probably.
Yeah, when I saw that, I thought, well, that's it.
8DX, man. I think 8DX, man, as the mod says in the chat, is a good point. Actually, Thunderfoot is a horrible person, as evidenced by years of stuff. Yeah, I mean, like, you know,
Yeah,
to
you
the
have to
extent that
acknowledge
someone...
when you get to when you're discussing the degrees of bad, that doesn't mean like we're not saying he's okay. We're saying he's like there are degrees to it, and it's not like he's a Nazi. Like that's an extreme comparison.
But the thing is, he's too boring to be harmful.
That's such a good point.
Like that's why I made my video about Hunter Avalon, because like he's actually occasionally like, please give this video a like, and he flashes up.
That was also very good, by the way.
Yeah, that is a
So
one
I'm
of my better
currently
videos,
playing
I'd say.
in Death Run Minecraft. Having a great time.
'Cause I used to play TF2, and I had a lot of like existential experiences, like looking around these decrepit servers where nothing made sense, and this is giving me flashbacks to that.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. And welcome to Minecraft. It's exactly how you remember it.
TF2 had Minecraft maps as well.
Oh, by the way, you're just a floating error sign, Sean.
Yeah, likewise.
Hey, I had an idea. H.Bomb, tell me what you think of this. What I thought that we do is just I take a quick eye scan poll of the chat to see what game mode they want, and because they seem to have Gary's mod opinions.
Yeah, we should definitely not be playing this, and this game is bad, and everyone's an error sign is broken, so...
Yeah, it is completely broken, but it's also completely hilarious and always streamed on.
Play a certain map.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Cheesy Doisy. What, do I just... climb out of here?
HAYDEE RP server.
No. I'm sorry. Oh, what? You just... What? Am I supposed to actually dig? What? Okay.
Why is the candy cane like flopping around? That's what I want to know.
Because it's Christmas!
It's not.
Shinobu says, play something that's gay in space. I'd say that actually Gary's mod is probably the gayest, spaciest game around, because you've got space mod, RP, and you know you've got whatever model you want. Really, you can express yourself in terms of what your avatar actually is. So if you want something gay in space, I'd say this is the gay space game.
I mean that's like people that say that all games that have customizable characters count as female representation.
Oh yeah. Thank you very much for the sub there, Need a Teleporter. Also...
Yeah, no. Actually, yeah, I think you're right.
I want to acknowledge that this is the worst game. This is like the worst death run map as well, because it takes so long for any of the traps to go off. They just take ages, so it's just really slow.
All death run maps are bad. They're never good.
But this one is the worst one. You know, we need to make a distinction, or we're like the animals.
Yeah, it's like comparing death run maps. The best ones are like Thunderfoot.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
The best Thunderfoot is like the best death run map.
But Eric, what I would say is that I think it's a lot like your opinion on copyright. Is that yeah, it's great, the ideal that we have a free copyright, but as it works on the ground, it's very, you know, it can be super exploitative if we don't have copyright, because it's kind of a protection of smaller artists. I'd say that it's a similar sort of thing. Like, yeah, ideally, ideally many more games would would be explicitly trying to go for something that's not heteronormative, and I think that's a really good thing wherever it is. I love all the zine games, I love all the Twine games, I think everything is a game and I absolutely love it. But it's like, for people who aren't programmers, it's like, this is often the best you'll get in games.
Yeah.
And it's sad, I know, I agree with you on that.
So again, this is like, with the Family Guy thing, it was quick, it was snappy. With this, when they hit the trap goes off for like a minute, and then you have to just sit and wait as an error sign. What does that even...
I remember Family Guy
error
being
sign
so
with a
painful death.
sticking out of it.
Play that one Half-Life 2 map outside the first train station when the guards just bat on you harmlessly if you get too close. Classic Gmod.
I haven't played Half-Life 1 or 2.
Oh, I'm dead now. What? That's pretty good. Pretty good games. They were pretty, you know, they were a huge deal when they first came out.
Pretty good.
Half-Life 2 really was, it started the modern era of video games.
Of course, like, some people don't know this. I made my startings on YouTube as a Counter-Strike map reviewer.
Wow.
Some of those videos are still up actually on a different channel that I'll link if there's a heavy demand. But I like when I was 14 and 15, reviewing Counter-Strike maps.
Oh my god, you're a CS map man?
No.
Okay.
Yes, Lewis?
And
Counter-Strike Lewis.
really, all the really bad Counter-Strike maps used assets from Half-Life. So now when I look at footage of Half-Life, it just looks like a bad Counter-Strike map. Like, and that association has not.
HAYDEE was a mistake.
Ceiling Goblin, no. Can't do this to me, Ceiling Goblin.
Ceiling Goblin.
She was incredibly rude.
I gather.
H-Bum, when are you planning to put that next serious lore analysis out? Like
April, probably.
April.
Yeah, mid-April. I'd say mid-April.
Mid-April.
Yes, mid-April. Shh. What? Oh, so if you just want to die faster, you can get to the corner. Wow. How thoughtful. How bloody thoughtful. You piece of... You tricked me! This game's rubbish. Have people voted on a better game mode to play?
Just, they're all better. Just pick another one.
That makes a good point.
That's a fair point. I would say we could do Trouble in Terrorist Town, but we need everyone... We should probably do that on a server that's just us, because otherwise it gets really confusing real fast. But,
yeah.
Well, that's part of the fun. It should add up to a cacophony. It's like, it's demonstrating the power of you know, people's ability to confuse each other in microcosm.
Has anyone here played Town of Salem?
Yes. I think you tried streaming it once.
Okay, you lot join me really quickly because we're gonna move to because it's like a 10-person server, and we'll just tolerate the other people who join and be like.
Can you add me on Steam? I don't have a thing.
Yes. What is your Steam?
Oh, I'll message it to you.
Oh, cool.
You know, TTT is just one letter away from tit.
The music in here is from. It's the good music from the game. From please help write some books, and then the girl vomits.
Oh yeah. I thought I recognized it.
Like, Town of Salem is the most just perfectly enraging game ever made, because like if people act rationally, the town always wins.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
incredible.
They don't.
Yeah, that's it. It's a game theory problem, and that's why I love it.
Yeah. Apparently I couldn't invite because my friends list is full, but I just deleted someone. It's still not full.
Unlucky noob!
You mentioned you got like...
My friends list isn't full, but I feel jealous whenever you say your friends list is full.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm
Friends
just
are overrated.
Many friends.
I'm taking some pointers from the podcast I love, where people are talking about very high-minded topics and stuff like that for long periods of time, and it can get quite dry. So there always needs to be the wild card.
But like, I need in real life friends. That's very important. I need friends that live in the same city as me, because currently I have none.
Aw.
I've got one.
That's
Like,
very sad. What city do you live in?
Santa Cruz, in California.
Well, I'm sure someone in the stream also lives in Santa Cruz, and given your opinions, I'm sure they don't want to be friends with you, but you can pretend.
No, that's why they will want to be friends with you, is because they can tell you why your hot takes are wrong.
That's something like when I start like if I ever start dating, that's an ideal. I want to disagree with them on everything that doesn't like really matter. Like I want to disagree with my BF on like movies and stuff, you know?
I always disagree with really hardcore stuff about with people I date. It's awful. We just have to not talk about things at all. It's a really solid basis for a relationship.
That doesn't sound fun.
My girlfriend usually manages to beat me down with her opinion. Like about a year ago, I would have said that I thought some Woody Allen movies are pretty good, but now I kind of have to admit that really it's been obvious since the beginning, and it's all pretty fucking creepy.
Yeah, when I first watched Manhattan, I was like, this is really creepy and like it's not just a personal story, it's personal and it's on this it's like this is, if I didn't know any better, this guy's messed up, and then all the allegations come out. You're like, well, I mean, I hate being that, like, oh, it's in his movie, but like, it's the one time when it's like, come on.
Why do you think he was always so nebbish? It was because, you know, he had something to apologise for real, and we should have taken him at face value.
Oh, you finally loaded in.
They've got a mod in place that lets you look down and see your own body, which is great. I love this.
What is that crouch animation? Your neck just zooms down to your crotch.
Oh, Sir Matt says DDLC was good, and Your Reality gets me all teary-eyed. I'm exactly the same. Yeah, that song makes me just feel like, wow, I want to cry now. It's great. Oh wow!
I messaged you my Steam
Pamela
link.
Anderson Yahoo answers.
I keep trying to add you, and it keeps saying that my list is full, even though I keep deleting people, and it keeps saying that it's full, and then I keep adding other people.
Are you worth multiple friends?
So yeah. So could you add me?
Okay, yeah, sure. Just text me your Steam name.
Oh, text me your phone number. I don't know my Steam name. I think it's H.BurgerGuy. Hold on.
There was an important donate there, by the way, that you should.
Have you heard of the Garfield Pamela Anderson? Yeah, it's just
this reminds me of Undertale. Let's play part 1.
Isn't the guy who made Garfield? Is that what's his name? Scott Adams, the very kind of, you know.
You should join my Stellaris game
the
in
one
progress
who's
and just
constantly
let me
going on
take
about
over the
feminism
galaxy
online.
a bunch. That sounds like fun.
Or is that a different? Oh no, that's the guy with Dilbert.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah, Dilbert is a.
I'm confusing my bad cartoons.
I hate Mondays and women.
Are there any?
I just want to really quickly acknowledge that the text of this grapple hook in the buy menu for the detectives. I think it's detectives. If not, I guess I'm the trader. Grapple hook. It's a grappling hook. Do you wanna her? What? Oh, FM John has added you. Yeah, I can accept that, I think. Let's do it. Let's go. You're in my friends list now. Thank you.
Are there any good newspaper comics? Like, at all?
Well, that was weird.
Okay, just to warn you, in voice chatting games, I do an accent, which is a combination of people I prank called in my youth and my Iranian side of the family. But as it's specific, I am owning it, and if you want to call it racist, then you can, but in my opinion, it's fucking brilliant, because I love a fancy accent.
back before I was an internet man, I was in a server, like a Skype thing with a lot of people from a lot of different places, and everyone would play up the accent from where they were from, partially as a joke, partially to differentiate themselves from everyone else. And I think I developed my bizarre accent as a result of being in those calls for far too long. I was a lot less English, you know. I'm a West Yorkshireman who grew up in Chester. Like I'm not supposed to sound like this at all. But
all I've heard about Californian accents is that we say yeah no when we mean no, and we say no yeah when we mean yeah.
Yeah, I think that transcends California though. I do that.
Yeah.
I think California's accent is best that I've seen. It is
unless you want me to put on like a surfer dude voice, but I don't know if I can do that.
Okay, yeah, nah. You have to go with him.
California.
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 I'm being cyberbullied.
I'm not cyberbullying you. That's not how you sound. You sound way worse. No, I'm kidding.
I can do very, very few American accents, and the ones that I can do, I cannot do well.
Teen Room B2.
Yes, I say like all the time. It's a bad habit.
You know what you need to say is you need to say rate and subscribe as well, or people won't know.
Rate 5 stars.
It increases your viewer attrition sales. I don't know.
Syndagra in the chat says British people doing US accents is always weird. Or, as Christopher Walken would say it, British people doing US accents in the chat. It's always weird.
There's a really great... Okay, there's a actually really great Newgrounds series called DuckTales Z, which just sort of slowly becomes more and more like incredibly overproduced fan fiction between DuckTales, Sailor Moon, various other properties, and of course Dragon Ball Z. And there's a scene where all of a sudden Uncle Scrooge is in a giant robot that looks a bit like Christopher Walken, and it zooms in on the face that looks a bit like Christopher Walken, and the worst impression of Christopher Walken I've ever heard says, and I quote, "I'm in a lot of movies." And that's my impression of the impression. It's just so bad. It's a lot.
I read Dragon Ball as a kid. I read the manga.
You read the manga? I'm loving the server, by the way. It's got better guns, and yet it's got all the grenades and everything.
I read the manga.
You read the mange.
I think
away in a manga.
Really, like really, I think there's something really odd about like where it starts as like obviously trying to riff off the success of Dr. Slump, and then like transitioning like almost just between issues from comedy gag action to hard-edged action with science fiction elements.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's such a good thing. That's such a correct point. Like I remember reading the original Dragon Ball manga. Like after I came to Dragon Ball Z, I was like, there is way less flexing in this than I remember from the TV show.
And then it also got a lot
like can grating or something in this level, and also I can't tell if I'm a traitor or a terrorist. Oh no, there's a bunch of different roles in this one. Phoenix, survivalist, serial killer. What the fuck is all of this? Why do I have a harpoon? That's all I want to know.
Like also Dragon Ball Z like isn't that good.
What?
Oh yeah, it's horrible. But here's the thing: you can't say that. You really can't say that because I tell you what, it's not. When people say that Dragon Ball Z is a quote unquote black Twitter thing, it's really not. It seems to me like it's for some reason marginalized people rally around Dragon Ball Z. Like it was a huge part of like a lot of my family's childhood was Dragon Ball Z, and it was like for people from like immigrants from like India and stuff like that. Often like my cousins who generally a lot of them had a much more working class upbringing than I did, will always have and always probably will say the N-word without any hesitation, because of the fact that they grew up because of the fact that where they grew up, there was nobody who was actually black telling them that wasn't what they were meant to say. Almost.
Dog Strong is here.
Oh my god. Hello.
Hello, Doc.
Strong.
Also, this game mode just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's rubbish. This map is rubbish, and the system.
I killed Sean, and then it said Sean killed you.
Yeah, I got back up behind you because I'm a phoenix, which means I just come back to life after I die, which would seem to just completely break this entire game, because if you can just come back to life and say, oh, it's Rods was a traitor.
There's also a character whose job appears to be killed, and then they win if they're killed. Like, what?
That's Town of Salem has that. The jester role wins if they get lynched.
Yeah. How do you figure
that
out
means,
which
if anyone acts like
in this?
What I like to do as an innocent in Trouble in Terrorist Town, occasionally when you're innocent, just randomly fire and scream on voice chat.
Yeah. It sounds ideal. Let's do that. Fast and bulbous.
Just go. It's him. It's him.
H-Bomb, have you listened to Trout Mask Replica?
No, I have not listened to the main.
Okay, you're not allowed to say fast and bulbous until you listen to Trout Mask Replica.
Hello?
Okay, Eric, to what extent would you be interested in me doing a Captain impression?
A what impression?
I mean, my brain says no, but my heart says yes.
Actually, I just realised I can't do it without waking up, man.
My smile is stood.
I cannot go back to your frown.
Land.
What the fuck?
It's this Captain Beefheart, man. Trout Mask Replica. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. Stop now.
What's the purpose of the Golden Deagle? Should it be killing Sean right now? What's happening?
The social contract was a mistake. Buy my book.
Thank you, Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Welcome, Dog Strong. How's it going?
I was actually working for a while on Yes and What says Moon. Yes and What, who I've had a conversation with in the chat before. No, lad, over. Expected everybody. Sorry, that was the worst.
The mascara snake.
That's right.
That was an amazing shot, by the way. I just headshot him with a deagle from across the map.
Nice shot.
Fast and bulbous.
Fast and bulbous.
I don't understand these references. I had a friend who was really into...
They're all from an album called Trout Mask Replica. It's essential.
Yeah.
Listen to it.
I had a guy who was really into Ziltoid, like the character made by some big music guy, did a lot of music, and he was like constantly making references, and he knew I didn't know what he was talking about, but he would keep doing it, and it was the most annoying thing in the whole world. And I'm glad he's dead. No, I'm kidding.
Well, you shouldn't have done that, Anne.
Stop it. Don't. You know, we all have a bunch of things we can make references to if we wanted to. You know, I grew up on Newgrounds, so everything I ever loved is completely insular and pointless. And we all have to
that's
live
not
with
true
that.
at all. I remember being 13 years old when I submitted my first game to Newgrounds, and it was just such a... It was like such a sort of gratifying thing to have someone even say, this game sucks, which is what almost everyone said. It was just like, wow, I actually took enough of this person's time up that they appraised my game, and it was such a huge compliment.
Over here.
8DX Man is about to post Trout Mask Replica in the chat.
I have a fucking lightsaber.
Whoa!
Moonlight on Vermont is my favourite track on that album, and I've been trying to work towards doing a cover of it, but it's very, very strange and difficult.
Oh no, my head
A
and body!
frozen H-bomb.
No!
That was a traitor gun, right?
Yeah.
That was a traitor gun.
That was a traitor gun.
That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor gun. That was a traitor
I had a freeze gun.
Oh, haunted to lightsaber.
Wait, can I pick that up?
Ugly Paintings asks opinions on Waterman. I want the Waterman movie to come out, but it's been like 10 years since the last update on it. The Waterman movie has Leslie Nielsen in it, from like before he died. Like he recorded a bunch of stuff for it, and you can tell that it's recorded on a mic from 10 years ago. And it's so sad that his last appearance, his posthumous appearance, will be in this kind of old, bad-sounding recording.
Alright, so,
it's such a shame.
if we can get a bit of communication in it.
The thing
we
to know
can,
about Trout Mask Replica
I
is
said
that
before,
everything on it is intentional. They can replicate
on,
those
guys.
songs live. I mean, they
Let's
could.
get a bit of
It's from the
teamwork going.
60s, but
Yeah.
like,
Let's go.
it's
Please, somebody talk to me.
Yeah, I'd say it'd be easier to start with something that's that sounds better, that's played in more than one key, like Charles Mingus, something like just like a track like Moanin', which is a fantastic track and you just can't help but click along to it, but it's played in 2 keys.
I just want to point out that Nick made fun of me, wrote in all caps, from before he died.
I know, I laughed at that as well,
That
and I
was
was like, should I follow up on that? It's
was
like,
really
nah,
funny.
it's just... It's got him in it from before he died. It's one of the films he did while he was alive.
Here's a picture of me when I'm older.
Is one of the people in this game not from the stream because they were just screaming, "Please, someone talk to me!"
Yeah, it's really sad. I'm really worried for them. I should make a
I think-
special server in Discord just for the when we stream TTT with people so they can join, but I haven't done that yet. So, haha. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I'm really interested in the sort of things you can do with multiplayer experiences with people who are willing to concede a few things, because the interesting thing about this stream is that most people would be willing to go through, I think, from what I know of the chat, most people would be willing to make a few concessions in terms of their own personal freedom within a game to make a game interesting. It's because mostly what happens with Dark RP and stuff like that is it completely falls apart. Like when, as soon as 2 people decide they're just going to shoot everyone for fun and then quit the game.
Yeah, yeah. Which is what I did, to be honest. I never got really that into it. In a way, I think Rust and Ark are just sort of approximating my experience of joining like a survival server and working your way up to guns.
Yeah, I think that's what Gary took away as the best thing that Gary's mod did, and I think he'd be right, is that trying to replicate small like idiosyncrasies of society within a game is really fun for everyone involved.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give up. Okay, I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep giving.
That comes back to what we were talking about asymmetrical game design.
Maybe we can establish a bit of banter.
Fast and
Have a
Bulbous
time.
really
back-
wants
back-
to talk.
Can you not
I'm innocent, but I am going to kill that person.
Okay, it's
back,
Yeah.
this guy's making shots.
back when I played a lot of
Everyone just wants to kill me.
We just
back when I
recreated...
was-
Well,
What?
that's one heck of a way to play the survivalist, to make everyone want to...
Hey. Sicarius detective there. Okay, cool.
Horrible mistake there. Some people already have liability as their thing under their name. Nice. Oh my god, Fast and Bulbous died. What happened? He's died.
I did have a period of my life, like when I was 14 or 15, when I played a lot of competitive multiplayer stuff, and I came across this one that I think was really underrated called Natural Selection 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a source mod as well, wasn't it? Like hidden source and that. That was something that took
first one
ages
was.
to come out with on the source mod. They were working on it for years because at that time source mod games were fetching quite a lot of money and it was looking really good, but then it took them too long to make the game and they've kind of missed the boat.
You can play as an alien dog that can climb on walls and chomp on army people.
That's where the how do I shot web thing comes from, isn't it?
What?
I thought that was from that. I thought that was from that old Spider-Man cartoon where Spider-Man looked dumb enough in every frame to be able to make a meme out of.
No, that's that was like added to it, but the actual original line comes from someone asking how to play one of the characters in Natural Selection.
Oh, that's great! I love doing that. I love it when I go on Fortnite now because I'm so bad at it, and when I play it, I'm generally so drunk that I just cannot do anything. And I just ask people really dumb, misspelled questions on text chat.
I'm pretty sure Yahoo Answers is just 100% trolls trying to outdo each other.
Rods, are you the traitor?
No.
Oh, what's a shame.
I shot several people in the head with a sniper and they didn't die.
Yeah, me too.
No scope.
This server
Actually, no,
might
I
not
have
be
a
very
scope.
good.
Yeah, we should find another server.
I've been looking at my friends list because I've been trying since you server to join it, but obviously it's been full.
Yeah, it's become full.
Which I
It's
think is
also
the
a bad
experience of
server
the
as
chat.
well. So,
But
yeah, let's find.
but
another
yeah,
server.
I have a conservative quote-unquote friend who I repeatedly reconcile and fall out with, as I feel that we should,
Yeah.
you know, talk to the other side and then fuck them, they're the enemy.
I know that feeling.
Cyclical thing.
Hey, hey,
I've come
Hey.
up with a bit of a domineering personality.
hey.
And you know, nobody really likes that.
The only good Linkin Park album is A Thousand Suns.
A bit more low key. You know, I'm not
We're in the middle of another conversation. Can you not destroy it by just burning everything to the ground and insulting Linkin Park? My babies. I have no idea who Linkin Park are. I only know
Really?
Linkin
You're
Park
2
from
years
the.
younger than me.
I only know Linkin Park
was
through
a big
the
deal when I was
Newgrounds
14.
videos David Firth made, where one of them is called Linkin Park Came to My House.
David Firth is great. I love him.
That's all I know about him.
He
Join me at
like,
TTT
what-
Lego.
like
Everyone
of
follow me.
course.
Sorry, again. What were you saying? Yeah,
So in an early version of Natural Selection 2, any alien could get the invisible when not moving
Alright, I'm
mutation,
joining you. And,
I sit with
for
the
people in the
elephant-sized
chat,
monster alien made to be a
I
high-damage melee
I can
gang.
generally
Sadly,
kind of
that
wrangle
got
some
nerfed out.
infrastructure, so I'll try and see if I can get a a chat or this stream based server like TTT or Prop Hunt or Death Run or something like that server
would be
going.
really cool.
This is this is the sort of stuff that's like I've tried to spin whatever I do for a living into letting me figure out how to do this stuff, and me and my friend Jack are pretty good at it now, so I think we'll be able to have a server that might go down every hour and a half, but yeah.
Batmasso asks, how does H.Bomb know Newgrounds videos by name? It has been decades since anyone logged onto Newgrounds. I have a very good memory for Newgrounds. That's just like my power. It's one of my powers. Jerry Jackson, that was the name. Jerry Jackson Films. Yeah.
But like when it comes to mid 2000s random viral video animation core, like that. When it comes to that, David Firth is a shining cut above.
Because he was all of them. Like he was in so many different genres, doing so many different things.
Was he the guy that came out with the thing with the yellow guy who was jumping around and someone else coming after him?
I don't. That describes so many Newgrounds videos.
You know, the little guy and then the predator guys, and then he has to run away from the guy.
I
mean, unless Don Hertzfeldt counts.
Oh yeah, good old Hertzy. Oh, the knife in this is just called the gut.
Okay, has anyone in this stream seen It's Such a Beautiful Day?
I don't think I've seen that one, but I've seen a lot of Don Hertzfeldt stuff. But
it's a trip.
Cool. Obviously, most of the things most people have seen is Rejected, isn't it?
Yeah, and yeah, that is great. But It's Such a Beautiful Day is sort of like a logical progression from that.
There's a great, quote-unquote great, there's a Let's Player called Volcano Style, who back in the day did a sort of Newgrounds analysis series where he would just take Newgrounds videos very, very seriously, and I realised in retrospect that they were really inspirational to me and really funny.
Yeah, it's interesting going back to things that you liked as a child and then realizing, wow, this is why I am the way I am.
Yeah, like this actually explains so much and I didn't notice before.
Like,
there are so many mods now that change the look of the guilty traitor innocent system in TTT, and it's super cool that they've done that, but also unnecessary and confusing. Sorry, carry on.
I realize like all the weird artsy short films that I watched as a early teen, like kind of kind of got me to where I am today. Like,
I built myself out of nothing. Like the main character of American McGee's Robo World. That's its name, right?
No, it's
like,
called Girl Boss. It's on Netflix. It's about the woman who started Nasty Gal.
Like, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is so great.
Yeah.
That's one of our best British exports, I think, in the last 5 years.
That was my Harry Potter. I grew up with that series.
Then we are on the same wavelength.
It's a great series.
Because it's
I think I was like 11 or 12 when the first one came out or something.
Wow. Tom Scar was in those at some point, but I don't know what he did for them or why. I should ask him.
I have on my wall the front page of a magazine called Printed Pages, where all the characters from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared were interviewed.
Oh wow!
So like, they have like little character features on the individual pages. It's beautiful and amazing. They're all sitting in little chairs on a white background. It's fantastic.
That's lovely. There's a great behind the scenes they made for it on a DVD that's just really, really funny and goes places. They did so much good just surrounding material for that show. It's wonderful.
And I like how like this surrealist metatextual series of short films got to be like a viral sensation. Like, I'm glad about that.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah, I think it speaks to the subconscious in the same way that I could do a video on it if I was the sort of person who did video.
The general public is so much more open-minded than like record labels think they are.
Yeah, like Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared speaks to people. It's almost like those people, they put so much effort into that first one to a point where they must have known that they were really onto something. Like,
okay, I would say the party line here, right, is the internet was a public enterprise, and that's what's allowed this. Because from what I know about communism, and if I'm being honest, I don't think communism is a good idea, but from what I know about it, the idea is that everyone can do what they loved, and nothing enables that like the internet, which was also a public project before it was rendered over into private hands. I mean, Chomsky speaks well about that. Yeah. But that's something I think that we don't hammer home enough, is that the internet was a public project. It could never have be developed from capitalism, because the same reason the Internet of Things is such a piece of shit and it's falling apart is because every company has a different idea about what the API should look like and stuff like that, and say, no, I want to shut out every other company because they want to shut out their competitors. So what you're left with is a consumer who has 15 different Internet of Things because they're hyper consumers we've been brought up to be. Yeah. And they, each one is completely incompatible with the next thing, so they're left with a smart home that works worse than physical buttons and switches.
I love the phrase "Internet of shit."
That's one of the best Twitter accounts in existence. Internet of shit. I love it. It's like, yeah, my house is now boiling hot because my nest has crashed.
and by the way, like the peak of comedy is it's 9:30. There's fish everywhere.
Yes. Okay, I just have to acknowledge, top left of the screen at almost all times now is a yellow label with the words "Something is creating script errors" on it.
I have that.
Yeah, when my first YouTube, I've deleted 4 YouTube accounts, but because as soon as anything that I've had has had any traction, I'm like, they're onto me. I deleted it. Oh. But my first YouTube account was a Gary's Mod scripting tutorial account. I did a whole bunch of stuff, including like a mouse aimed rocket cannon that works with the advanced prop spawner and a thruster behind it. So if a turret would shoot the thruster, you would basically be able to propel a canister of gas, which would explode. But then with wire, I managed to make that mouse controlled. So essentially, you could spawn on a bunch of servers that allowed only the most basic prop spawning, and kind of make an armored ATV that would destroy everyone. Like I said, I've been banned from a lot of RP servers.
Yes, and what says, hackers hijacked my toaster and are demanding £250 or they'll burn all my toast.
Yeah, that's funny, but that literally happened to the NHS. The government has no idea how to do fucking software security. That's hilarious.
I used to work in the NHS on stuff, like at hospitals, like replacing their tech, and all their tech is like very old and replaced with the cheapest stuff they could find that's just as old. It's the worst. It's shocking.
Yeah, my mum has worked in the NHS her entire life, and the extent to which I realise that they have made her basically it's the system's run off goodwill, unfortunately. So it's, you know, you take people who are altruistic by nature and you say, well, we know you like helping people, so prove it.
We don't like helping people, so we're not going to put any money into this system or into upgrading it, because clearly all you need is goodwill.
That's exactly it.
Dogstrong has been in this chat room for like several minutes now and has not said anything.
Yeah. It's because they're
You hear
polite,
talk.
Eric.
I only just realised now that I've joined the last server that you're in.
Oh, no, we're here. Oh.
No, it's cool, to be honest. I'm not...
So it's not H.BurgerGuy or Flail Morpher, and that's what we know, by the way.
Okay, so that means it's everyone else.
But it was also Sean. So it's one of the other two people.
Well, how do you know it's not Felmorpho? Did you res them?
They didn't kill me.
Oh, Dogstrong is gone now.
Hi,
She's got a dog away.
I wonder if the
Maybe
right click is
her
this.
mic wasn't working.
Wait,
I
why do I
scared
have...
her
What's a
away
melon
with
on mine?
My hot takes.
Why do I have this?
Oh.
Oh my god.
I think you might have picked it up off Sean.
Dogstrong came up
Shit.
with the greatest line in the last stream. It's eating Nazi saves lives.
I thought that would help. Shit.
Dog says, I've been talking this whole time.
Oh no!
I'm
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Dogstrong, I love you.
I didn't hear... we didn't hear them. What?
Your mic is broken
Oh no.
or something.
I'm so sorry, dog.
Oh, poor dog. Just thinks everyone's been ignoring her this whole time.
No.
Oh,
I'm so sorry, Fail
that's a
Morpher.
That's
feeling-
terrible.
I'm so
That's a
sorry.
feeling unique to the internet age, like not knowing that your mic is broken and thinking everyone is ignoring you.
Yeah,
Someone's
whenever
right us off.
whenever there's ever a moment of awkward quiet in any conversation, now I'm like, is my mic broken?
I really resonate with that. I don't know if you've seen this season, but I really liked it. I liked season 1 and 3. I thought 2 was fine.
Okay,
But,
you cut out for me when you said
The name
like
of the
season
show.
The
of.
name of the thing.
Yeah, Fargo, the
Fargo.
show Fargo.
Yeah.
In the 3rd season, when the protagonist, I've forgotten the woman's name, the police chief who's been usurped, is in the bathroom, and she goes to wash her hands, but the automatic sensor doesn't register that she's a person, and then she goes to dry her hands, and the automatic sensor doesn't register that she's a person, and she goes to open the automatic door, and it's like she doesn't exist, and it's like she doesn't. I thought it's just such a great metaphor, and also it's something that really resonated with me.
Did you? So you preferred 3 to 2?
Oh yeah, big time. And don't get me wrong, I think that what's his name and Kirsten Dunst are possibly one of the cutest couples in Hollywood right now.
Aww.
But at the same time, I thought the series was shite.
I think
Sean
I
White.
think 2 might be my favorite, but I have a hard time not enjoying those. They're really good. They're really good series.
Really, I thought that the UFO stuff was underbaked and ham-fisted towards the end. I thought the characters' motivations were really unclear, which is something that usually, because everything's a pastiche of old Coen Brothers movies. Really, usually that's something that Coen Brothers get perfect, is the motivations for every character. But
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
the
I
UFO
felt
stuff
towards the end-
was very like Man Who Wasn't There. Very like, hey, we're gonna have this here just kind of because, and I appreciated that to some degree, but I can see how it probably isn't fun to anyone who isn't a dyed-in-the-wool Coen Brothers reference fan. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense because I never saw the Hudsucker Proxy, and I've seen the serious side, not the funny side.
Yeah,
Generally.
The only,
Man Who Wasn't There is
TV
very.
shows-
It has the UFO stuff, like it being a weird backing thing that's not explained, is in that as well. Like that's pulled right out of it. There's all kinds of really little references that you won't get, and also don't need to, but are kind of fun to notice. Like the major killing spree in the first season, when he's sort of like, you don't see it, you see it through a wall.
Yeah, I remember.
And the camera follows it through a wall. Like that's a shot reference or whatever to a scene in Barton Fink where you follow what's his name through a wall.
I haven't seen Barton Fink. I think that's it. I've seen the Coen Brothers side. Really, really like strong. Like the villains, in my opinion, are the best part of any Coen Brothers movie.
Yeah.
But
What is
when
wrong
they
with
kind of
that?
turned me on to like Cormac McCarthy books and stuff like that, I realized what I like most about them is their ability to just like, you know, evoke this kind of horror of this completely evil villain, like this Gnostic Archon.
I kind of
So,
need to acknowledge that the melon gun in this, because it's
Hello?
German, it's called the melon.
Ah, you're here.
It's called
You're
the
here. I can hear you. I can
Oh
hear
my
you.
God.
Quick confirmation.
Yay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank
You're here.
you.
Yes. I just want to acknowledge that the German gun, because it's all German, the melon launcher is called the Melonenwerfer, which I think is a great word. Sorry.
There's also a banana bomb, which is banana bomben.
What are you
But
doing?
I'd like to give a film recommendation, because now we've all forgotten the context in which I could not give a film recommendation. Everyone should watch a film called Cache, Cache with an accent over it. I'm not going to say anything about it. Just it's directed by the same person who directed Funny Games.
Oh God.
Everyone's favourite director. Hank Melonwerfer himself.
I
It's.
miss talking about the Coen Brothers. Shit.
I mean, now you can go back.
Okay.
What's an entity?
They have one of the icons in this is from Ark. What the heck? I just saw the tranquilizer dart. By the way, I've been playing like an irresponsible amount of Ark, everyone. So.
Oh, I've developed grappling hook technology and help. Oh no!
You're walking on
Sean,
air.
help me!
Oh my
Help.
god.
My grappling gun isn't.
Chris Angel.
Web swing.
Is this some new gameplay mod? How do I pick up weapons?
But then you pick them up automatically.
You can buy it from the buy menu. Wow,
This is what I mean.
awesome.
One of the things that makes me a great programmer, in my opinion, if I'm tooting my own horn,
Sorry, carry on.
is that generally technology breaks around me. I cannot use any piece of tech. I'm terrible with phones. I'm terrible with my Mac and my Windows PC. Everything breaks. Everything just gets viruses, and just I cannot use any of it. My
There's
phone
lots
is
of problem solving to be done if you've got lots of problems. So.
But I think it's like activating a hand dryer and it doesn't turn on. It's a great thing to have as a programmer, because if any software project breaks when you look at it, that's exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Is someone who fixes software projects for a living.
Have more problems to fix. Gives you a job to do.
I'm just gonna kill people because this is.
It's a big.
Yeah,
server with a
what
lot
is
of
what is
traders.
happening on screen right now?
A
kill
lot of
dogs,
people being killed. By the way, hello, Doctor. It's good. I'm glad to have you here. In spite of what some have been saying about you. Sean was being very rude before. I'm kidding.
Dog, were you talking the whole time with no one there?
Yeah, I was talking about gold source engine and natural selection and the importance of people, marginalized people in Dragon Ball Z, because it gives them a power fantasy where the heroes are still just and good, and through hard work and determination and having good values, they succeed and all this stuff, but nobody heard it.
Well, that's such a good point about Dragon Ball.
It's also
Yeah,
it's
like
also
the sense of being
really
an alien
boring.
in a society
Yeah.
and having the power to transform into a superhuman. Like that's, who wouldn't want that?
Like, give me one marginalized person who doesn't wish that they could go Super Saiyan. And then on the flip side, you got all these white people like, God, I wish I was Goku so I could beat up everybody I don't like. That was my brother.
There's Austin Walker wrote a article like 3 years ago now about the sort of importance of Black Super Saiyans as an idea, and it's one of the few like video game journalism articles I've read online that made me cry. It's really good. Everyone should look it up. It's on his website somewhere. Google it.
This ties into the Cthulhu video a bit.
Yeah. I accidentally wrote a really broad subject that's applicable to things, which is new for me. Usually it's a niche that doesn't matter.
And also, I'm in it, so I have like a personal attachment.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, you're in it now.
I read an Amazon review. What was the review on?
Of the film Cthulhu.
Yeah.
You read a review which I might have written 10 years ago, but I'm not sure. Who knows? I was going by Giles at the time, apparently. So I guess I was in my Buffy state. I've never watched Buffy. That doesn't make sense.
I took one of those who do you look like things where you put a picture of yourself up and it like face matches you, and the two top matches for me were Taylor Swift and David Boreanaz, who was in Buffy, and my friend laughed at me when I told her that. Wow. I don't look like either of them, by the way.
Taylor Swift is great. She was great for one album. 1989 is like pop music perfected.
I think it's probably a compliment to be compared to Taylor Swift. I think.
And also, like, the other thing about 1989, it's so much better at deconstructing the Taylor Swift mythos than like the intentional version of it, which was Reputation, where she went hard on like the self-reference.
If Sophie was awake, she'd be shouting into the mic right now at you about her opinions of Taylor Swift, but frankly, I do not care.
Yeah, look.
Oh, Lily Allen is even better. 8DX Man.
Justice for Tay-Tay.
It's Not Me, It's You is an album that I love. It sort of made my early teenagerhood.
I have this theory that almost all music critics make up the name of the album 5 seconds before having a take on it. Like, this might as well be a made-up album, and I'll never know. No offense.
Oh, Lily Allen is famous.
No offense, but I hate what you're saying, and I don't care.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. Please continue.
Wow.
You were just talking about friggin' TV shows that I've never seen.
Yeah, was my stream. I'm kidding.
What I love about
I'm not actually
being way
upset.
too mean.
I'm not.
Sorry.
I'm not upset.
I feel bad anyway.
Hi, Sean.
Hello, Sean.
Did any of you see that Lily Allen song about her brother Alfie, who is what's it, Reek from Game of Thrones, and it's about how her brother just sits in his room all day and smokes weed.
Yeah.
Stop subtweeting me.
She has like her subject matters is great. And also I didn't hate her newest album. Everyone else did, but I liked it.
I don't know if you...
Is Lily Allen the one who died on the toilet? Oh no, sorry.
Okay.
I'm thinking of Andrew Breitbart. Sorry.
H-bomb, like I'm.
Okay, hang on. No, you know what? That's not fair to Americans. Andrew Breitbart died in the most all-American way you can, like Elvis Presley.
He died angry on the toilet at Twitter.
The things you say when you don't know what anyone else is talking about is like there's so much contempt in them. Like my favorite Radiohead song is Shrek. What did you say?
I don't know. I gave such... Sometimes when I don't care about something, I try and establish it, and I'm very rude, and I apologize. What fucking gun is this? AN-94? That's not a real gun. I'm just kidding, that's a real gun. I know all about it.
Rod is Dead is in the game, and I think I remember that name from chat.
Yes, Rod's is also in streams quite often, but he's very polite. So...
People are still joining and saying...
He's also the detective and near death, so I'm sticking with him.
People are still joining and saying, "Wait, did I miss the end of HAYDEE?"
Oh, yeah, yeah. We finished. We defeated HAYDEE. Although actually, we discovered that thanks to me hacking the game to.
Rod is dead. He's right there. Is that guy near the trees?
Okay.
Not one of us. He's the enemy.
How could you miss?
No health.
How could you miss HAYDEE's end? It's right in your face the whole game.
Thanks to me hacking the game to make the ending even doable, HAYDEE is immortal, so I can't get the ending where HAYDEE dies.
Oh wow!
I made a mistake.
So now you just have to play it again.
I'm gonna have to do it again in the speedrun.
When anyone else presses escape, do they get a menu in German? Because I cannot adjust my push to talk settings so I can talk to people in the game without talking on the stream,
but
which I realized now.
Are you telling me you don't know? You're telling me you don't want to Schließen?
But
Yeah, it's German.
didn't you
for
say
me as
there
well.
was some bet that now Sean has to play HAYDEE now? That
I
you
have to beat
finished it?
Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, which we
Oh.
should probably end with. I should play some of that for a few minutes, I think, because this is a night.
Oh,
I want
get
to
into
play that
that now.
myself. I want to be enraged.
Okay, don't listen to this, Sean. HBOM, you should load up a speedrun of it on YouTube and pretend it's you.
Oh my god, how clever!
Sean, you're not actually gonna do it, are you?
Well, it depends.
If I can ever finish, he's gambling 100% on me giving up or being unable to finish with Bennett Foddy, which is fair. But Sean doesn't know that I'm the sort of person who stuck with HAYDEE to the end, and I'm actually undefeatable. So he's made a devil's bargain.
Sean,
Getting over it requires an element of skill, though.
I need to. Sean, I need to be a guest on your HAYDEE streams. It's very important. So.
Oh my goodness, Sean has died by accident.
Oh, I will need all the guests I can have, to be honest.
Oh my goodness,
I imagine
Dark
it's
Lord
going
of
to take me a
Puns
very long time.
has died. People keep dropping dead over here, Dogstrong. I need your help. To solve it. Oh no,
I mean, I
Dogstrong's
could
gone
be-
too. Something keeps happening over here. It's
You're the
shocking.
detective, you H-bomb.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, in that case,
Where-
wait,
where-
don't shoot me. I want to use my enter hack and wee. Holy shit! This is the best. This is the most fun I've had in this game. This is great. This is so good. Don't kill me, please. I just want to play with my enter hack and wee.
How to shot web.
I'm like Ninja, Spider-Man.
All the guns in this game are terrible.
You fly so fast. You get around this game so quickly with the enter hack, and
Hey, someone's shooting at me.
my Melonenwerfer pales in comparison to my enter hack. Ow! I got verfed.
I don't
sorry.
like the mod for this server because it has like 20 guns and all of them are useless.
If you hit Tren and it closes out of the server, so you can then change your. I don't know.
I thought this would be fun until I now realise I am far too drunk to be able to discern the differences between traitors and innocents or anything like that.
Same. So I'm going to open. I have Getting Over It from the humble give us some money bundle monthly thing. So I don't have it on Steam,
Okay,
sadly. So there's no achievements for it. But
I'm gonna look away, so because I want to play this game myself.
well.
I'll
you.
just hear your rage
Cool.
from your contextless rage.
Oh Jesus! My mouse sensitivity is having a time. Oh, it's this bit again. Okay, I take it back. You win, Sean. I'll never finish this.
Okay, no.
Wow, you're only here.
Don't.
What? Why are you saying?
Don't. I wanna be witness to Sean playing HAYDEE.
Okay, well, if you're a good boy, we might invite you on the stream.
What is the requirements for being a good boy?
I don't know what that means. Actually, I'm sorry.
Wow, actually, for not having played this in a while, you're doing quite well. This has me worried.
Yeah, I don't forget things easily. I still remember how to beat Pico's school in Newgrounds. So
The
that's
third
on an
boss
old
in that game sucks.
Yeah, and that's an old version of Flash that runs 50 times faster than it should, and I can still beat it. So, are you ready? I'm a pro gamer, Sean. I'm setting myself up to fail here. There's a great bit where you adjust yourself to get to a better position and just completely immediately die, and it's really funny.
I loved Pico's score. I really think that Tom Fulp is like the Elon Musk of casual entertainment.
Michelle Haneke.
I'm disappointed in all your bitches. Can't even speak German, you flowers clowns.
Flowers, clowns.
Michael Haneke has just donated to the stream. That's the director of Funny Games.
The director of Funny Games, the creator of the hit TV series Melonenwerfer. My mouse is like broken. Something's wrong with it. It keeps like flipping out. I'm not sure why, but
The game is bugged.
no, like I actually I actually definitely fucked that up, and then the guy like slowed down on the pole and climbed it fine. I was like, this isn't. Is someone
Your
hacking
copy's
me
broken.
to be good?
I don't know what's wrong. I could do this better at my house.
I'll have to hack this one to beat this one.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
Stream roll call. I'm dog strong.
Oh yeah.
I'm Sean.
Hi, I'm Eric Taxon.
You piss.
I'm a good boy.
I'm not talking
I'm
to you.
Rob.
That was just me. Oh my god.
The game is pissed.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of the Australian fucker who made this. I'm going to Australia later this year, and I'm gonna mess him up.
What's the occasion? Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Thanks for killing me with the melon and betraying
I'm so
my
sorry,
trusty
Phil.
traitor. It was a fun TTT game I had never played before.
TTT
I managed
game.
to kill half the server on traitor suspicions one round before realizing I was the traitor the whole time.
Wow. Oh, my
I
mouse
want
sensitivity isn't
everybody
high
to know
enough.
that
I don't
after
like it.
everybody left, I was alone on the server with some rando and I won that round. Okay?
Aw.
I'm not bad at TTT.
Thank you,
I'm
Nick,
just
for that.
not. Dog Strong just targeted me for some reason. It's all Dog's fault.
It's true.
Oh. Dogs.
Dog Strong's just been accused by a donator of fixing the game when we were in the TTT server.
Wow.
Standard.
Oh god! Don't
Oh,
clip
no.
that! Oh. Who's playing the nice music?
It's Eric.
Oh.
You know, the musician.
Well, I didn't know he had a guitar. There are different musical schools, Rods. Not everyone's good at all music. For example, I'm an expert at the triangle, but, you know, ask me to play a Korg 97S and I'm only mildly an expert. I just made up that instrument. That might not be real.
I thought I was like
Watch every
impressed.
minute of this.
I was like, wow, I haven't heard of that one.
It's because I made it up. And that's how most music opinions appear to work. Isn't that right, Eric?
I can't actually play guitar. I'm pretending.
I can't play guitar either. It sits in
These
my
are all
room
like
shivering.
the first chords you learn.
You'll see that in a couple of
Let's see
seconds.
what happened.
Oh my god.
Oh, I can see the panic in your movement.
I love this already.
I love
I
this.
Hey,
can't
Eric.
wait for more of you
Eric,
playing.
lower your input threshold if you can, because you're getting cut off at the end of the chords.
Yeah, I'm done.
Aw,
I was just bored.
I'm sorry.
I'm not bored anymore.
I'm sorry.
I saw the guitar there and I was like, whoa, what if I played guitar on stream?
I didn't realize you had a guitar.
Yeah, I'm just starting to learn. Like those chords are all the first ones you learn. They're all zombie open string chords.
Wow. You make music sound badass.
The oranges.
Gimme. Oh fuck. No, the orange. I'm going to go get it. You need to get the orange to the end for the achievement.
Eric says that they're all zombie beginner chords, but I'm pretty sure the chords he played there went into Bob Dylan's entire oeuvre.
Oh, there's one that D chord at the beginning. That's not a typical chord, but the rest of them are.
My mouse is either
That's
too
weird,
sensitive
'cause-
or not sensitive enough. It's not quite reacting the way I want it to obey me. But I'm doing okay, so I'll just chill and go with it.
I'm super worried about how quickly you're progressing. Have you been practicing off stream?
I have not opened this game since I think I last had you on a stream laughing at me falling down really quick.
Wow.
Bugged spoon mechanics.
Bugged spoon mechanics. Let me just heat up my water in this $300 Keurig and make you all wade through it because I can't pour this bug water from this glitched mug into my bug getting over at brand deal cup noodles.
Your donors are the best.
I'm so glad someone cut together that stream of us watching
Yeah, it's really
Dark
good.
Phil.
I showed my friend that, and he couldn't stop laughing.
That was like a cross-reference of probably 5 different things over the course of months, which I don't think you're going to find on any other Twitch stream, is donators who have enough of a history of something that isn't even really called a show yet to be able to reference going that far back.
Yeah.
The Twitch has class here.
What the fuck? You got past the oranges on your first try.
My first try, like, actually giving a shit instead of, like, trying to go really fast just as a joke and then falling down again. Like, actually, like, taking it slow and steady. I made it. Now there's only 16 hours to go. Oh god, do I have to hop up on this to, like, get to the head?
Yeah, this is where you're probably gonna fall off.
Yeah, this is, I can smell it. This is my fall. My pendulous fall.
But you probably shouldn't think that, because then you're more likely to fail if you think you're gonna fail.
Yeah, that's true. I should just take it slow and steady like I actually did. There's a thumb. Aww. Give me a thumbs up. It's very nice. What a nice game.
I like the concept of getting over it. Like, it seems like a game that's designed for Let's Players to play and then edit their sessions into a coherent piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's made to react to, which is something that games can really benefit from, I think, nowadays, going forward.
It's a Let's Players game. Oh my goodness.
Going
my
forward,
favorite
being the
games last
sequel
year.
to Getting Over It.
God. Oh.
Shit.
I like how our gasps are going to be out of place.
No, Sean
Yeah.
never said which movie made him
Oh,
cry.
welcome back
and we're all
this
upset.
area of Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. When we last left off, I was right the
Oh
flip here.
no.
Oh,
Oh
dip.
my god. There we
Almost
go.
made it.
Nick
Oh.
Schwert on Trash and someone on chat, not on Trash. Chat's
Oh.
lovely. Says, man, this game looks like it's pieced together from random asset store trash.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Which,
Yes, it
yeah,
was.
which I think is,
Part of the fun of it.
I think that's pretty much it. But I don't think that does it quite enough credit. I don't like this game, but I think that the mechanic itself that the game's built around is fundamentally good.
Yes.
And
Sexy
that's-
Hiking, which it's based on, is also a really good mechanic that's put to weird,
Yeah.
bad use, but he kind of embraced that. I'm so happy someone, like, when I saw this, I was like, this is Sexy Hiking. Someone else played Sexy Hike, and then it actually opens with him explaining it, and I'm like, wow, this is like meta text. And then I couldn't beat it, so I stopped caring.
I think that authorial insert like that can work well when it's put in the context of the right novel, but just shoving it into a game leaves something to be desired.
I chose to make this bit hard and bad and not change it to teach you a lesson about how not fun it is to play a bad game. Ooh.
Okay, I feel like you're calling me out.
I'm sorry.
Because my favorite movie is Funny Games US. Like,
But there isn't developer commentary in the film, though. It's not that bad.
But
It-
I haven't
it's
even
close.
seen it. But it sounds like the film is structurally pieced together in a way that implies the commentary in your own head, which I guess
Yeah.
is a kind of art in itself.
Yeah. Oh, I guess this movie was being artistic.
it's I suppose that's supposed to be artistic or
That's it.
something.
Yeah, that's
No,
it.
I suppose that's supposed to be artistic.
I
huh?
suppose it was meant to be
right.
yeah.
I suppose that's supposed to be artistic, right?
He still makes videos. People
and-
still watch
and-
Felon and go, wow, classic.
And then he points the camera towards his wall, and he's like, "Yeah, now this stupid review is artistic too."
Wow.
By the way, FMD, Chris George thinks you might be Edgar Wright. Is this true?
No, I'm afraid not. By the way, what's Docker?
Docker, oh, I love to. This is not stream
is
worthy
it like-
content. The answer to that question
Is
is,
it like
not.
is it like GitHub? I don't know.
No,
Was
Docker is a containerization service that I believe was originally built on HVM, not HVM. Yeah, I think no, it was originally built on some sort of Linux container service, that essentially the idea is that you can run a server without any packages on, and then the Docker container contains all of the dependencies you need to build whatever you're doing. So it can essentially run anything. It can run a Steam server, it can run an X11 server, it can run web servers, as it does all over the world. And why Amazon and Google have kind of glommed onto it is because of that. But basically, it's making DevOps a lot more complicated, which is good and bad. And that is a conversation that would take hours with and would literally clear out the stream. So I'll stop there.
See, I heard DACA like consideration of deferred children action for childhood arrivals.
Oh no, we all know what that is.
Yeah,
that's just your classic immigration reform. Everyone knows what that is. That's easy.
I follow American politics as much as it portends to cool spy stuff, and then after that, I really don't care.
Like,
no, that's reductive.
Even our spies are incompetent.
Yeah, I love that quote, but I've forgotten who it was. But the idea that if the American military doesn't know what it's doing, then the enemy doesn't either.
The only people that need to know what they're doing are the people that are in direct lines to the military-industrial complex, so that they can continue to take taxpayer money. All right, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get deep into that.
Listen, I don't pay taxes. So I don't care what you do. I'm kidding. I paid too much in taxes by accident this year.
Oh no.
I got a letter from the government saying you gave us too much money and we are keeping it. They were like, "Thank you. This will count towards any of your future tax." I'm like, "Can I have it back?" But if you want it back, they send you a physical check in the mail, and it's great. Because you can lose it and then it's gone and no one has the money anymore.
Yeah. I thought you had an accountant. They're not really getting it done, are they?
I do have an accountant, but they accounted for it very poorly.
Armstrong is the best person here.
They actually accounted for it by by adding more than was expected to count towards some of next year's taxes, just to make it easier. But I didn't know that, so I was just really shocked and surprised when I got a letter from the government saying, "You've given us more than we actually think you need to give us. Thanks."
Okay, I just want to interrupt real quick. This part of the game is known as Orange Hell, so be really careful.
I'm not sure why though. There's no oranges. Yeah. What? I don't like the song "One Way Ticket to Hell and Back." It doesn't make any sense. But I've come to
the return ticket to hell and back is a much better idea.
Yeah.
Round trip ticket to hell and back.
Yeah.
Family ticket.
One way family ticket. Jesus, that's dark. That's really dark.
Well, it's back. You come back.
Yeah, but they've been to hell. Like, that's not, it's not like a happy, fun time. You come back changed, Oh my fucking god!
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
I'm just looking at the chat right now. No, I don't want to be spoiled about the game.
You didn't even move!
Could have been worse.
The game just put you there.
We'll be right back.
Oh, I'm looking forward to these streams so much.
Thank you all for watching the last HAYDEE stream.
Are we done? Are we done?
The feeling you have now is how the author gets to insert his voice with such authority.